to take me home. Bring on the party. Turn me on. Ain't getting
Welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing? Hope everyone's well. Let's go. Welcome in, everyone. Eloise, how are we doing? Good to see you. Josh is in here with the schedule as well. How are we doing? Nick Jagger, hope you're well as well. This is rather loud music now. I've just turned my microphones up, so apologies to everyone rattling away in their ears. I'll just turn that down slightly. How are we all doing? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Eloise is coming in with the Prime for 5 months. Love that, Eloise. Thank you so much. Welcome back. 5 months with the Prime. How are we? How was your day? Hello, Not K. How are we doing? Good to see you on TikTok. Hope you're well. We're going to get into the city and have some fun again tonight. We're going to do some CID tonight. So anyone that's interested in a different style, we'll obviously still be going around doing our bit with armed now and then, but we're going to have a little bit of looking at some undercover and some investigation work, catching people off guard and stuff like that. It's going to be really entertaining. I used to be CID head previously in another city. Obviously, I moved my way up, and obviously we're going to try and do something similar tonight and help the guys out and see if we can get it up and running. And yeah, looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. I'm very good. What you been up to? Much? On the fine Saturday. Wanna dance with somebody? Right. Should we do it? Should we get in? Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you very much, Eloise, for starting off the evening with the... What is that? Configure overlay. That might. I can go down there. Not interested in having that on my screen. Just there, that'll do. Right, let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Yo, Mike, how we doing, big man? How is the little one? How is the little one? Mike's coming in with a 2 months as well. Let's go. Mike, thank you so much for starting off the stream with Eloise with this sub as well. That's very kind of you. Hope you're both having a fantastic weekend so far. And the little one is all good, Mike. Waste disposal. Let's go and throw that into there. We've got chocolate ice cream to throw in there. Yeah, we're going to go around with some CID stuff tonight and do some CID work, which will be good. Looking forward to that. We've got to put that into the evidence packer. That's fine. The lockpick can go in there. Body cam can be turned on. Right, let's throw ourselves. While we're waiting, we'll get set up. We'll just have the music playing on in the background. We need to... Oh, before we do anything, I was just about to get some food. So let me just get some food before I pass out. Yo, Callum, how we doing? Ruby Gay, how we doing? Good to see ya. Welcome in. Mike is giving out the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Mike. How are we doing? And Rich is coming in with a rose on TikTok as well. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. How are we all doing? IQ absolute legends coming in straight away. Thank you so much for that. That is very kind of you. That was set quite high as well. Let's drop that down to a little bit more manageable, shall we? If for some reason it does it all the time, so let's go 240. See if we can get the 240 subs, get it up to the 240 for now, and then we'll see how we get on there. Yes, CID. I'm going to come do some CID work with some CID people, whoever's about, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what we can get up to. Sexy Boy's coming in with more roses. Let's go. 19 roses. Mike's giving out another 5 gifted. Absolute go, Mike, legend. Thank you so much. Welcome in. How was... I claimed the free sub. You certainly... You did indeed. Let me get that sorted straight away for you. Gift a sub. There you go. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. No, you're the legend for getting 50,000 channel points. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Thank you to all the support that you guys are showing. And we are on a hype train is close. Come on, let's see if we get the hype train going. Mind the gap. I need to put that across the TikTok as well, actually. I need to put that across the TikTok somehow. UCID, I will be tonight. I'm going to have a look at doing some CID work with the guys. Mike's just casually come in here, drop 15 gifted. Mike, you absolute legend. Why me? Why me, Mike? Curry, legend, how are we doing? Good to see you. Gibbs is coming in. How are we doing? You are my hero, buddy. How are we doing, Gibbsy? Good to see ya. Mike the legend, indeed. Mike the legend. We need to start getting, I think Mike's getting close. Mike is here for the emote. Mike, you need to send me a DM with your preference on emote. We'll get you a personalised emote for when you're in here. People drop in the gifted subs like madness and helping the community, etc. Try and give stuff back. So we do the old emote. So feel free to drop me a message and we'll see what emote we can get you. Alright, well, we also want to now head into our clothing and see if we've got any outfits for... So if I change myself to smart... Oh, Sexy Boy's coming in with 111 roses and 9 TikToks. Love that. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. And also, Danny is coming in with a 1 rose. Welcome in. Crocodile is coming in with 100 bits as well. How are we doing? Howdy, Lozo. How are we doing? Good to see ya. My son been good out of hospital, but my son good being in and out of hospital, but getting there. That's the main thing. He's getting there. That is ultimately, obviously, what we're looking for, which is huge. Outwit coming in with a 2 months. Let's go. Thank you, Outwit. How are we doing? Good to see you. Yeah, that's the main thing. Keep us updated with your son. I'm really intrigued to keep updated with how you get on with that. Thank you so much for the follows on TikTok as well. And the hype train has started. Here we go. Get that mind the gap, mind the gap. Okay, I would do. Let me hit that. There we go. The hype train is here. Right, let's get ourselves into the clothing. Let's go into... What are we going to wear as CID? Let's have a look. We need a few different outfits, chat, don't we? Because if we're going a little bit undercover, we want to sort of blend ourselves in. But I think the first thing we'll do, let's start like this, and we'll call CID in and have a look. Let's see if Mike is here. If Mike is here, sorry, Mike, what am I on about? I'm talking Mike. Tomlin. If Tomlin is here, we'll see if we can call him in and see if we can go around with him.
CID, hello.
Hello, it's you.
Oh, there's
How
a few on.
those pictures come out?
I've actually collected them from the front here, mate.
5. How long does it take?
Let me...
15 minutes, mate.
I'm gonna pick them up as soon as we finish with this robbery up north. Robbery, are you? Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Well, we'll let you know, fella, what comes back.
Please do, chaps. I'm very intrigued.
Evidence testing.
Hey,
There
we'll
we
do
go.
it.
Good evening, 107. Is Tomlin available?
Literally, just took a little nap about 7 times.
Understood. Did he say he was on his way back at all, or...?
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Yeah, can I help, or...?
Yeah, I'm going to come around with you guys tonight, so I'm just going to get a bit of a briefing, and we'll go from there, really.
Obviously, mate, no, we're currently triple crewing, but once he comes back, we'll let you know.
Yeah, fantastic. If I'm just in the station at the moment, just getting a few outfits sorted. If
Yeah, I was about to say, are you wearing clothes like we are?
I will be. So once you're ready, if you pop back to the station, and we'll go from there.
That's fine. Just let you know, Roberts, as well, mate. We've got a new vest. It is, I believe, 84.
Understood. I'll have a look. Appreciate that. Right, let's get ourselves clothed up ready, and then we'll go and do a little briefing, and we'll get out there, shall we? It'll be good tonight. I'm really, you guys, if you haven't seen CID before, or you have, etc., hopefully tonight you'll pick up some few bits. The CID vest is in, which is wicked. Welcome in everyone for the follows as well. Appreciate you. How are we doing, Steventon? Good to see you. See, look, Steventon's come in with the emote as well. So what we want to do, let's get... I'm happy with that as a CID outfit. Because, to be honest with you, when you're detectives talking in the station, I want to be able to whip the vest off and talk like that. So let's go with a CID detective. Then we also want our plain clothes. So let's whack off our vest for now, and then let's have a look at our jackets. So we want to go a little bit plain clothes. So let's have a look. What we got. Oh my fuck, Mike. Mike wanker. Jesus. I am commissioner. Yes, I am commissioner. But part of my duties is obviously looking after the divisions. Oh, we got to be the Stony. 100% we're being the Stony. And I do not go Stony to football. Just to let you guys know, I'm not one of the Stony crew for a football. I may be a singer and a whatever at football, but yeah, I'm definitely not a Stony guy. But do I blend in enough, chat? Get the badge in. Do I blend in enough with a Stony outfit on? That's the question. Should we just look like? Should we go around looking like a football hooligan? Is that like? Should we just do that? Let's find the perfect like trousers. I mean, some of them tend to wear skinny jeans now. All right, let's start with the shoes because the shoes is the issue at the moment. It's like I'm currently going out for football, but I'm starting with a 9 to 5 job. Right, so let's have a look. What are we thinking kicker wise? Definitely not socks like that. Oh, a bit of Timberlands. What are we thinking? Need to look like a chav. Well, yeah, to blend in, I do need to look like a chav, but yeah. Go to 999. Press on the shoes menu, please. Go to 999. Go to 999. What on the shoes? Hey? David, how are we doing? Good to see you. You look like a copper. Yeah, to be fair, still look like a bit of a cooker. Have you, I've been told, or I've heard about these Crocs, but I've not actually, you know, seen them or worn them myself. 999 and back one, right? Okay, now we're talking a little bit more designer. Okay, understood. Right, get you here. Okay, we're talking here. What are we thinking? Oh, okay. They look decent. Oh, right. Yeah, wicked. Right, yeah. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Are the jeans now to spray on? Are we needing a little bit more? If we're from up north, we'll just roll around in shorts. I don't think we're necessarily northern, so we can't do. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now it. Okay. Oh. No, that's not. That's not the fashion. I mean, we could no, because I don't know. Actually, have we got? Oh, we have got different. But the red stripe. No, I'm not. I'm not feeling the red stripe. Definitely not the red stripe. I've come out of jail straight to a football match. Is that how? Is that what we're saying? Need a mask and a man bag. I mean, if these are black. Oh, they don't go black. What are we saying, chat? Yeah, we'll get rid of the earpiece, 100%. We'll get to that in a minute. I almost feel like the Stony makes you look a bit larger. How are you doing, Cal? Good to see you. I reckon we go with that. We'll take off the earpiece. Earpiece. Where's the earpiece? 121 here. Okay, so the mask. Let's have a look. Is it the case of we do the same here? Yeah. Okay, well, let's get rid of the glasses straight away. Just run around with my nan's napkin on her head. Okay, right. Let's have a look.
Is this you, Roberts?
Hello, mate.
So we've got member of the public out front,
Right.
who's applied to the police.
Yep.
and he's asking if we can do public ride-alongs at the moment. I was told that we might not be the other day, so I just wanted to check with you.
It's one of them ones where it's going to be officer discretion. I'm going to be honest with you. We've done it in the past. If it's quiet and the officer's willing to do it, then obviously fine. But as long as they're not obviously taking them into certain
It's like high-risk
situations.
situations,
Yeah.
like shots fired and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously, just bearing in mind, if we do one, then we potentially open the floodgates.
Okay.
So
so
yeah,
would you-
I'll leave it to offer discretion. I'm okay with it. But it obviously, because we've done it in the past, so it'd be wrong for us to obviously just completely say no. But then obviously it is down to officer's discretion at the time. That's my personal opinion on it.
All right, so you'd be fine if I took someone out that's just applied on a ride-along then?
If you're happy and you're abiding by the rules and everything like that, then I don't have an issue with it.
I will be, 100%.
Perfect.
Right, cheers for that, mate.
No worries, mate. Right, let's go with.
How are we doing, Roberts?
Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate.
Good
Well,
stuff.
actually, you're actually the person that I actually want to speak to.
Oh
Actually.
yeah.
Who, me or?
Poor
No,
guy's
no,
not got
Roberts,
dressed yet.
unfortunately.
Yeah, hold on. Give me
Yeah,
a sec.
Bob Guy's not even dressed
Let me
yet.
just make myself look like a football hooligan, and I'll be with you.
Yeah,
What
no
were
worries.
you looking?
Like, better with that, buddy.
Congrats,
That'll
Ben,
do.
mate. I forgot to say.
Oh, appreciate that, bud.
Let's just put this on just in case. Vest 84, wasn't it?
Fight your heart.
So you want to bite me? That's weird.
Fight you. Fight. You have to spell it out phonics, mate.
Go on, then.
Wicked. Yeah. How can I help them?
Foxtrot, Indigo, Golf,
We're just
Hotel.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm counting myself. So, I was thinking, right. So,
Right,
PD
no,
apps are
Frank,
currently open,
Mr.
right?
Rollins.
And we've had quite a lot of new recruits coming to PD.
Yep.
But I was thinking,
Dougie, good to
obviously,
see
I
you.
just spoke
Want to
to
take me out for a ride along, Tom?
Jules,
Not
and
right
they
now.
said they'll have
but-
to obviously organise it with management.
Sorry.
I have no issue doing it,
Um,
like I've just said a minute ago.
I think what will be a very good idea is that officers get trained for a medical, so they can start it if someone gets injured before NHS arrive.
Yeah, I've actually already got the ball rolling with NHS. I was waiting their response to a date to get things set up. But armed response are going to be starting with the basic first aid. They're going to do a training session with all armed response, just a basic on-scene first aid until obviously paramedics get there. Obviously, the other scenario I'm trying to push at the moment is if we don't have any paramedics available, then we can administer some sort of first aid to begin with, in order to stabilise them, to obviously get them to hospital and take them from there. Craig's coming in with a 7 months. Let's go.
Ahead of me, Joe.
Obviously, I'm back again.
Obviously, let's
yeah,
go.
that's
Yeah, that is
basically all I
definitely.
wanted to say.
I'm gonna make sure I push that. I've sat back for a couple of days with that, but I'll make sure I push that and get that sorted by this week, and we'll have everyone in arms sorted.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very good idea, as obviously, the gun crime will start coming soon, so...
Fuck!
NHS is going to be busy, so I thought we could help them out by starting treatment for them. Also,
How you doing, Pug? Good to see you. We've been up 20 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Everyone will be trained in it, but obviously armed is our main priority to begin with, because naturally, you're armed, you're medic trained straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Sweet. No worries.
Sweet.
I will catch you in the force.
No worries. Have a good shift.
Cheers, mate. Hello.
Nope.
Should we go to a room and chat about what's happening
let's do it.
tonight and what we plan to do?
Can I have a chat with you quickly, Roberts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me a minute, guys. Sorry, Hart. I know you
Secret
don't like
I'll
meeting.
meet you upstairs.
Yeah.
I'll meet you upstairs.
All good.
So you're aware of CID have got these custom call signs in it, yeah?
The ones that you originally put in, Delta.
Yeah. No. You know what? Me and Priestley have got 197 and 175.
Yeah.
So our plan is to have it rank based. So Chief Super being zeros, and then ones, twos. You get what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get work. What are your thoughts with having that in? Of like Ben, for example, because now he's inspected to be, what would he be? 2, 3, 4? No, wait. So we're 2, we're ones. Chief's 2. He'll be 3. Do you get what I mean? And then 3, and then 2 digits afterwards. Obviously, we've had many people come to us and go, "You red command now." And we're like, "No, it's just our custom Delta numbers we have at the minute."
Is it not as simple as just being like, if let's just put you in an order to begin with, like U1, Precy 2, or Precy 1, U2, or whatever? Would it not be just a case of going down that order? Can I speak to Delta 1? Okay, yep. Can I speak to Delta 2? And then obviously Delta 3, Delta 4, Delta 5, etc. It goes down the list.
It's just because,
and as you move up and down.
Yeah, we joined, and we didn't want to. We can leave that. Me and Preety can stay at what we're at with what our numbers, and leave the rest just Delta 3, 4, 5 like that. But have me and him different, because obviously we're joint in the top.
I mean, personally, we know you're top. Having Delta 1 and Delta 2, which way round it is that gonna make much of a difference?
We just wanted to be different though, because there's always been a Charlie Delta 1 and Charlie Delta 2. So we wanted to go, can we not have our custom call signs? And it was kind of
I get your point. I just don't know whether you're asking the rest of the force to remember them and ask for you, for instance.
I'm asking you because you're the overseer of CID.
No. But what I'm trying to put out is, if you want to change it to Delta 2.5 or Delta 2014 or something like that, you're asking everyone else in the force who wants to speak to you to remember your call sign. Whereas if it's just, I want to speak to the highest on CID, then it's like, I want to speak, is Delta 1 in? Whereas Delta 3 and Delta 4, Delta 5, you know what sort of ranking you are.
Yeah, but Roberts, I think what he's trying to say is him and Priest are joint lead. So I think what he's trying to say is them have a custom one, which they have now, is 5, 7, whatever. And I think he was just saying, as in for time for us to have custom ones. But I'm happy to stay in Delta 3.
It's not going to be. This is what I need opinions on. Is just like, could we introduce this online? A lot of people don't call our Delta numbers on the radio. They call us by our last names, which is
I get that. I get that point.
Like, when we call you, we don't call you by Echo 107. We call you by Roberts, because that's who you are, right?
Yeah. No, I get that. It's all I recommend is, from previous experience, just try and keep it as simple as possible for everyone. Most people, as you say, don't call you by your call signs, so why worry about them, so to speak? That's my just personal opinion. It's like, if it's Delta 1, Delta 2, Delta 3, Delta 4, etc., whatever, if you both are the same, then it doesn't really matter whether one's Delta 1 or Delta 2. But if you really want to go about it, then maybe put one as Delta 11 and one as Delta 12, or whatever you want that route, sort of thing. But you're still asking for people. But if they're not going to speak by your call sign anyway, and just Priestley or Tomlin, it's it's entirely up to you. But that's my personal opinion. Is just try and keep it.
We just wanted an opinion. We just wanted it to be a little bit different, because it's always been Charlie Delta and now it's Delta. We just wanted it to be like, we're an elite division. Can we make it slightly different and give people that actually are underneath us the opportunity to, that sort of thing, be completely different, and take it away from the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, that sort of thing, where they've got a set number. It's Ben's favorite number could be 3, 4, 5, and I really want to be that Delta number, because later on down the line, which I'm thinking of doing, is, on the little radar, you've got our names, and then our...
How are we doing, Craig?
Our call
Good to see you, buddy.
197, which is 175 is Priestley.
Mike's just and the 5K bit badge. Let's go, Mike.
Delta, so
it's United Gaming.
Because we're obviously with Delta units, we're supposed to be, hidden, essentially, aren't we?
Yeah,
that's something to talk about with Priestley.
Right, let's worry about the call signs once we've got CID up and running fully, everything like that. I'm not too fussed either way. I just say keep it as simple as possible with that side of things. The reason I called you all in anyway is because obviously I'm going to be spending a little bit more time with you guys, as I already said previously. But over the last few weeks, obviously, although I've said I've been sort of overseeing, I've not really been overseeing by doing the work. So I'm going to come and obviously ride along with you guys for a little while.
And that's why I was put in this, so give a little bit of a break because I know you're very busy.
Dino's coming in with the
joint superintendent
13th
with me
gifted
to
sub.
help.
Let's go, Dino.
Thank you, buddy. Made a complete difference so far.
I don't know.
Sorry, I was just trying the new thing.
Is that me? Is it me, or is Frank feeling a little bit here and there?
Yeah. Frank seems like he's touching a network line and not a network line.
Am I better now? Yeah.
Yeah, you're better now.
Yeah. No, since having Priestley in joint with me, it's turned around and I see how he's been up there.
Okay.
So obviously there is other things going on that we do actually. I need to wait for Priestley, but this would be a perfect time for Priestley to be here because obviously you and Hacker are about as red, and then we could have had this meeting about green.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, we need to obviously discuss that anyway. But obviously, I'd like to start by trying to come out with you guys, get to know you guys, do some intelligence work, and find out.
Do you want to talk? What's Hart? Do you want to come back downstairs? We're all talking about it now. What about Hart? Oops.
Yeah, no worries. I've had a few pointers to what some people have been saying, what some people have felt. Obviously, with intelligence work, stuff like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Frank.
Yeah, carry on.
And how's today been so far?
I haven't been around enough to see it because I keep having Head Pop City. So
okay.
Well, so basically, earlier today, we arrested Bob Hope.
Okay.
In the cells, and he had a ticket on him that had MS7, London Connect, and the Joyce's written on it. He then spat out that it was an auction at 9 o'clock at the Vinewood Bowl. After that, we went. Lockridge Fuller went on like a little undercover thing without us being aware, and then found out that there was a lot of people entering the casino.
Right.
At the time, it looked like every single gang from in the city was at the casino. And we dropped Lockridge Fuller on a roof somewhere opposite the casino, and he had binoculars and camera, and he saw quite a few firearms, which then made us think that it was a firearms auction.
Give me what you got, all your money.
Like with the number 70 bits.
What we've
Let's
seen,
go.
and
Welcome
I
in.
think Hart's got the photos.
Thank you, buddy.
and stuff,
Evening, Lloydie. How we doing? Scott, good to see you.
There was a lot of firearms.
Hinted, how we doing?
At the time. There's a lot
What
of
server it is?
individuals from
United
each
Gaming.
gang, so...
Josh, United Gaming.
Yeah.
Seen you in the pub in Backburn. Nice, love that, Joe.
So we were stuck in a situation with NPAS where we needed to be obviously an altitude high enough so we couldn't be seen or heard. But we also struggled to the camera failed to zoom in so far so we could actually see the people on top of the roof.
Yep.
So we came to the decision to drop Rupert off on a building opposite.
Right. Okay.
So
why
Rupert?
Why not one of you?
So what the original plan is that we were called to the war room to be told the intelligence that Rupert's got, and it was sort of a recon based thing. So we weren't planning on acting upon any of these things, going in this storming, because there was roughly about, like, I'd say about around 50 people there.
Yep.
So it was to try and gather as much evidence as we possibly could, and the best way we could have done that was by means of taking pictures. Because if we would have tried and mingled amongst them, I'm guessing they would have been searched on the door, and everybody would have been having one of those tickets in their pockets. Also, since it's a gang-based thing, I'm guessing they would have known if there was somebody there that looked like they shouldn't have been there, dressed in someone else's gang clothes.
Yeah.
So we made the decision to post somebody up on buildings. There was some on the ground as well.
Myself and Hart went in NPAS.
Yep.
Frank went with Lockridge Fuller and Hincock, I believe.
Right.
Or Goose, and then a few of the other arms.
So how many people? So you had
basically what it was. Them two went in NPAS. I went with Goose.
No worries, Ruby.
Hacker,
Have a good one,
Fuller.
buddy.
They dropped.
Take care.
We got dropped. Me and Hacker got dropped off at Postal 405, which is over the road from it.
Yeah.
Goose and Lockridge Fuller disappeared. Fuller went up to a different roof, etc. and then they're just
If this is
grabbing intel.
if we're looking for intel, why are we involving the whole of Armed? Why are we not just you guys?
So that was their doing. So they brought the info to us. So I'm guessing they wanted to be involved. Now I tried to reduce as many as possible. That's why we only decided to have 2 teams of 2 with Armed, just in case things got hairy.
Are Armed wanting to do that because they feel that there's not enough intelligence coming from you guys, or is it just you guys not stamping down and going, "This is ours. We'll let you know if we need you."
There's not much going on for them, is there? Like,
that's what I'm thinking. I think it's more as if I'm going.
Mike has given out another gift this up. 140.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
So let's think about not much going on for this past week.
Yeah.
Regarding shots fired. So Armed have been a little bit like, well, not much going on. So what?
Yeah, but this is not about, oh, you've not got enough to do, so come and do something with us. This is about you gathering intelligence for one of the biggest gang meetups that we've had in the city, and you need as little people in a notice as possible. You, for instance, you've got a Jay Green that has been suspended who knows a lot of people and stuff like that. The more people you involve on an operation that requires you to get some intelligence, the more people that potentially could leak some information back to people, and then all of a sudden the whole gang know that there's a lot of you about. You've got NPAS in the sky, you've then got people watching on buildings, you've got people all around. You've got lots of points of interest for you to check and look. That's a lot of different areas where someone can fall up and mix up. You obviously know that armed response are people that will just run straight in and obviously tackle someone with a gun or whatever like that, or try and take the bull by the horns or whatever. You guys as CID are the intelligence takers. You guys are the ones that are doing this daily and going incognito to find information out. So involving people that don't do this daily is running the risk of losing a lot of intelligence because you've got too many people on it. If that's the case and they bring something to you, say, brilliant, thank you very much. We will now take this and try and find some evidence with it. You then post a few people up, or you go up as a group or whatever you need to do and split up and try and find the best high spot to be able to get some photos or whatever. Involving more and more people is just going to cause potential risk to losing valuable information. If you have, not only that, if you've got a big gang meetup and there's no police on the street because they're all trying to watch this gang meetup, how quickly will that be before people start realizing, oh shit, the police aren't here, where are they? They might be around the area that we all know we're here. And then all of a sudden, that's compromised as well.
So, just to clarify to that.
Mate, thank you so much for the Pornhub as well.
We were going to take all armed off the road, but then obviously we had two. So we had, we had 4. Locker Thriller. Oh no, we had 5 because Hacker come as well.
Hey Holly, how are you doing?
Goose,
you're having trouble logging into
Hacker,
Twitch? No way.
And Swifty and Whitlock.
It is server. Yes, United Gamers.
Falcon was with us too.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to rest off the armed officers. But we put 2 NPAD, these 2. And we put myself on the ground with Hacker on the roof.
Right.
So then the other 2 and then Fuller ended up on a roof. How did he end up on a roof, actually, guys? That's that.
I believe he had a head pop, and then decided to relocate. So what we did was we swung low between like the height of the buildings and dropped him off on the roof. And in all fairness to him, he got around 50 photographs, which pretty much covers, I'd say, about 70% of the intelligence we got from that whole operation.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Just don't know if it should have been one of you guys.
We couldn't grab pictures.
Your voice box, Frank.
The issue we were having was we couldn't take any pictures because we was having a lot in the area due to the amount of cars per se. Right?
Right.
So Fuller, but the issue that we had with Fuller, that because NPAS had dropped him there, they knew where he was there. We had Falcon on Vinewood PD on the corner.
It just
and
seems
they
like
stayed in the area after we all left.
How you doing, Kieran? Good to see you.
And I hope they gathered pictures. I'm sure it's got some pictures for that.
Yeah, the ground team, which I believe consisted of, I think it was Salkin, Swifty, and there was one other who I forgot. Yeah, they got some pictures of the cars leaving as well. Whitlock, okay. Yeah.
Nigel
so
Oates was brilliant, David. Yeah, it was really good.
Got those ones,
what a man. His stories were brilliant.
But yeah, there's 2 full films full of pictures. You're going to need to have a little proper zoom in to see exactly what's going on, because it was a fair distance away. But each one, you know, it paints a different picture. You can see people holding long rifles, which Lockrich described them as something, you know, that required 2 hands to hold, like something with a big barrel, or what we would call a class 3.
Yep.
So yeah, they're about again. And yeah, it just shows all the different gangs congregating together to
hey, it was good
weapons.
to be fair. Very good.
Yeah, difficult to make out faces from that distance, but yeah, all we got, all we could.
Let's jump in a car. Let's drive around and go and have a look around there. Do you want to get in something similar to me? Rather than
sure, we can do.
Suits? Let's go and have a look.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. I just don't get why Lockridge Fuller was the one that was doing it.
What are we saying, Roberts?
Oh, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I'm not taking to the Bahamas, but if that's what you want to do, then.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole point is if they're like wanting armed response to come and be them, you know, to help them, like you shouldn't need armed response until a raid happens. Like armed response shouldn't. I just don't get like why they've called armed response to help straight away. Like, go do your intelligence. If you feel that you need backup, then call for it. But yeah, we'll get Frank to get a car out. And we'll go have a look.
Did I see that? I think so. Hello, shampoo. Wait, that was in there.
How are we doing, Notorious? How are we doing? Good to see you. Alfie, how are we doing? Yeah, you have got the ability to subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime as well. Link up your Amazon Prime to Twitch, and you can subscribe for free with Prime.
Not really, because not for the minute, because everyone knows.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether it's to protect CID. They shouldn't need to be protected. If they're staying incognito, Damien, the absolute legend. How are we doing?
Sub is only tomorrow, but somehow have this.
I love that, Damien. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in. Welcome in. One of the longest serving community members, right from day dot, with the first badge.
I'll go and grab it.
The legend. Yeah, we're gonna kick him into a bit of shape tonight, hopefully, and just.
Guess we'll just wait here then.
Yeah, whatever. Just a car with 4 wheels would be great. That doesn't have a police livery on it. Yeah, we're going to try and, over the next few days, we're going to try and do some CID kicking into gear, so to speak, if we can. Not saying CID's bad in any way, but, you know, if they've got a way of doing it and they've not been shown any other way. The wife is coming in with 29.
DeggyU love DeggyU beer, DeggyU beer.
There will be at least 50 to 60 people there.
Thank you very much, wifey. 29 months. That's cool. That's good. Was you there as well? Was you?
I was flying NPAS, so I wasn't on the ground.
Okay, I just don't get the armed part. We'll go and have a look.
No, Hart, you can drive. So I know you like driving. Actually, I don't know. Yeah. There we go.
Right.
To be brutally honest with you, Roberts. So myself, Frank, and Ben, we came on duty. Were asked to go to the war room like the second we came.
Yep.
Actually, we didn't even get made aware of it.
So,
I wasn't even settled in on duty for.
Frank didn't even get his uniform on.
So war room is fine. If someone has intelligence, I expect anyone to bring CID into a meeting and go, right, this is what I found. Be good information for you. Brilliant. What then would happen? You guys would say, fantastic. Leave it with us. You've given us all the information we need. We're going to go away and find out what we can do from here. Then you guys take it away and deal. If I'm turning around and saying, no, we want to come and help, blah, blah, blah. Listen, You've done your bit. You've got your intelligence. Leave it to us now. We then go out as CID and do our intelligence. If we can find some rooftops or we can find some high points or impasse or whatever like that to get some intelligence. If we feel that it is too risky in any way, then we either pull off of it and wait, or if we feel that we've got a good enough position to obviously strike. In my personal opinion, arm response shouldn't, arm response are quite heavy-footed in terms of you tell them there's a big situation going on, they get a hard on and want to obviously come and help because they want to obviously get an arrest or whatever. But that's not the whole point of CID. The whole point of you guys is the detective side, to try and work out as much evidence as possible. Whether something happened last night or the other night or whatever, and you just need them puzzle pieces. This is the whole puzzle piece situation. You want to have as less people as possible dealing with the puzzle piece, and then eventually when you've got all of them puzzle pieces ready to put them together, that's where you go, armed response, I've got X, Y, and Z, this is what's happening tonight, let's go and do it. And then bang. Rather than including them from the beginning, because you could have a Jay Green situation or whatever, and some of them puzzle pieces could be being leaked out elsewhere. Right, so we got a lot of cars around here.
I fully trust all the officers involved in that situation. I'm sure they wouldn't leak stuff. Fully wouldn't.
It's not about you trusting them either. It's just about you guys having less people on it as possible.
Right, let's look in here because there's a hotel here supposedly. Look on the map.
This whole area was jam-packed full of cars.
Right.
There's
okay.
I can't hear you, Frank, if you're chatting to us.
Okay, hello?
You can now.
Hello?
Fuck me, what is going on? Right, there's a hotel in there. So
What, inside there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look on the
casino.
there's another hotel in there, which is
Yeah.
probably not best for Roberts to get. He's got a big gun sticking on the front of his.
Put it in the
do.
glove box. If you have got an MP3 or something stuck to your front of you.
P3.
MP3.
Oh, what?
MP3 player?
MP5.
MP3
Got a
player.
Walkman.
MP5.
Is that gone now?
What's our objective here?
Right, go back, turn around, because we're just looking even more risky here. Head down towards, the old taxi rank. Head towards that.
Roberts,
yeah.
Lozo giving out gifted sub. Let's go. Thank you so much, Lozo. 248 of the 250. Sheesh. Go left here. Yeah, I might have to pop back to the police station now. I forgot that I brought my bloody guns out. Do it right here.
You
Do you
can put it.
wanna?
Or
You
right
can put it in the
around.
boot.
Yeah, put it in the boot if you want.
Yeah, but if someone looks in the boot, they've got a gun.
Is there not a locker in here?
You don't know. You have to check.
Do a
Should
left
be.
here.
There should be a lock.
Do a left up here. I'm just looking at different routes that we potentially take to hide this.
Wait. Is
Can't hear you, Frank.
You need a soother, Frank.
The
I'm
issue
sure
with the
we,
issue with
go
the
on.
casino is the issue with the casino is there's the auction took place on the roof,
Okay.
so we had to get the high ground regardless because there's no high buildings to compete with that roof, sadly.
So how did you get the high ground?
Where did Fuller go?
So I'll
Fuller
show you
where?
the building.
Even on the CNT
Just chill,
building,
chill,
right?
chill. Don't talk over each other. It's really, really annoying. So we'll drive up to the building. So if you see up on about 2 o'clock from where we are,
Yep.
the CNT building,
Mhm.
he was dropped on the back of that. And he was standing across with the binoculars, looking across the roof, and giving the best angle he possibly could.
Right. So
But Hart compromised Empath, right? Because the Empath didn't sink.
No, that was after the fact. After he was dropped off, it was us coming back up to about 1,200 feet. We got spotted, but again, at 1,200 feet, we couldn't see people on the roof. So it was pretty much it was either we get Puller on a roof, or we're not getting things from high ground.
not impasse either. Impasse couldn't get it.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Without us being visually
Seen.
compromised, yeah. There was no way we could have seen anybody.
This doesn't
Even
even-
at full zoom on the camera, we couldn't see anything on there.
Right. Okay. Okay. How we doing, Super
I'd
Cal?
say
Good to see you.
a decent altitude for NPAS.
Martin, good to see you. How we doing?
Is about maybe
Super Cal coming in with a prime as well.
Something like that.
2 months.
Yo, Cal. How are we?
How are we
That
doing?
altitude
And
you
Jaco's
can't see.
JKO is coming in
Camera's just
on
not that good.
TikTok with the rose as well. Let's go. Thank you. Oh my God,
So
Tom,
the
you're
binoculars
friends
and
with
the
my
camera
dad,
were the best
Darren.
sort of combination
Molly,
we
how we
had
doing? Good to see
available
you. Is that Darren from work?
But yeah, the pictures are fully developed. They're in the,
Good to see you, Molly.
the evidence locker if you want to have a look. We're gonna have to do a little bit of zoom in to get a better picture.
Can you not put them in MDT you've created?
What, all 50 pictures?
Yeah. I've seen people do it before in COD.
Well, there's no reason why you couldn't put a little put them all in a document and then put the document in there.
I'll happily put them on the MDT.
You can select. You can select document, can't you? Or go into your think about opening up like a Word document and just putting them all in there, and then posting that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
What
I
is that?
understand. What is what?
That is fucking just awful. That is awful. Whatever that is, I can't lie.
You what?
I think they call it a Mercedes X-Class.
That
In a hacker.
I'm not a fan.
It's
Oh
hacker.
yeah.
Like, I'm not.
And I'm gonna bring him a minute. I'm gonna.
Oh, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Car right there, right?
Thanks for popping by.
Where is it?
Hope you're having a good one.
Where is
I
it?
presume you're.
J-hacker.
You don't
I
have
thought
your
he was
boss,
working
innit?
actually this weekend. Or are you out at Nando's or whatever?
How tiny the wheels are on the front.
Are you out at Nando's?
Guys, do you know anywhere
Do you know what
where the
that's?
car
You
to
know
the
what
left of
that
me
car
can get
looks
a
like?
hostage because they don't know where to get one nowadays?
I think Sinner Street, just out front of
Sinner
that
Street.
building.
Oh, right,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the one.
That car looks like small
Guys,
penis
just to let you
syndrome,
know,
doesn't it?
Pop down to Sinner Street. You can normally get them from there.
I'm ringing him back. I'm ringing him back.
Okay, I didn't.
Yo, what the fuck you driving, you
Do you want
penis?
to find out what pursuit they're on?
What is that bag of shit, mate? What is that bag of shit?
Frank.
I know,
Right,
mate. We just
okay.
drove past it.
Right, so we need to have a look what they're currently
do,
working on at the
drop
moment,
off.
rather than just driving around as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh my fucking goose!
Right.
Right, let's just stop.
Well, yeah, I was about to say that'll drive. Right, well, I'll let you go, mate, alright?
Yeah, shut up,
Yeah,
Ben.
mate, take care.
Goose.
You
Alright,
okay?
it's hack
License in a
You
cereal
okay?
box, was it?
What's that?
License in a cereal box, was it?
Help me, I got turned into porridge.
License in a cereal box, was it?
No, I got my driver's license the same place your mum got a Botox.
Oh no.
he's a fucker.
Holy shit.
Oh,
I think that's what the kids call a violation.
Welcome in, thank you very much for the follows.
Are you
Good to see
alright,
you all.
Roberts?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's insults off of him just doesn't really take it, you know. Right, we need to work out what we're doing. Okay, so what's our plan for this evening? So, what have we got intelligence on? What are we currently working on that we can divulge into?
I'm currently working on planning route for LC. Me and Priest Fleet.
Okay.
Compounds we can look at. The Joyce is a fucking huge compound that we can go and probably have a look at.
Okay.
So if you want to head up to Hart, if you're the driver.
Yes, mate.
Let me just go. Hold on. Go back in. Let me just put my class 1 away. Oh, sorry, class 2, and then I'll that'll get it off my chest.
That's fine. So need to go and think about a drink.
Attacker.
How you doing, Matthew? Good to see you. Welcome in. That's a better car. That's a better car.
How was your mum's car? That was like
That was
your
my
mum.
mum's car.
Yeah, you were driving your mum's car, weren't you?
You brought a big
No,
body,
I
but
was-
the small wheels.
What is that?
My mum's car, but your mum was in the passenger seat.
No worries, but what? Fuck you. What is that? That's nice.
That's an Audi e-tron, I think, isn't it?
It's fine.
Right, let's put the gun away so we forget about it. Go into our personal locker that way. Welcome in, thank you very much for the follows. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're currently out trying to find some intelligence work at the moment. Our personal locker, here we go. I need to get rid of these actually because they're all redundant. They die after a while. Oh. How we doing, Dougie? Good to see you. Novak, good to see you as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope everyone's good. Apologies if I've missed anyone in the chat. Please do feel free to post back.
Beer,
and I will
Alright, well,
not like
happily
last
reply.
night,
I need to have a word with Ben when Ben is not thinking about beer.
About
Ooh,
what?
beer, that sounds good. Where's my blood orange Gru?
More of a cider guy, to be honest.
In fact, that was what I was just thinking about. What's your favourite cider?
So it varies. So I can either go with a Thatcher's.
Yeah. What Thatcher's though?
I think the blood orange one's decent.
Oh, yes. Now you're talking.
There's this cider. I think it's like a Cornish one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think what it's called now.
Oh,
it's
hold
like
on a sec, chat. Hold on.
A cloudy cider, but it's really nice. Obviously,
in a rush?
classic dark fruits. Can't go wrong with the dark fruits.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking at a beautiful beard, mate.
Sitting at green light, the wanker.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I'm happy with any cider really.
Strawberry and lime Copperberg, I think that's probably quite class.
Yeah, that's all right.
But no, like you can't
classic.
go wrong with a blood orange. That is
yeah.
like the
I'm thinking about blood
quality.
orange right now, to be honest with you.
Ah.
I was thinking more of a just a classic Bulmers, you know, whatever the fuck you call them. Are they Bulmers?
Yes, Bulmers is
You're
good.
not drinking a classic Bulmers, though, are you?
The red one.
Okay, red one, yeah. I mean, the best one is the purple one. But if you're drinking a yellow one, then get out of the car right now.
I mistakenly ordered a yellow one before, thinking it was going to be nice, and it was.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You just once you've tried the other ones, like the yellow
Is it
one
not
is
apple?
just.
No, isn't it like it's just apple, isn't it? Like that's probably like.
Could mixed fruit for Dougie, yeah, I
a
rate that.
different yellow one you were talking.
No, the yellow one, it just stinks. It's not nice.
Right, so where are we heading to right now?
The Joyce's compound. So I
okay.
Instead of me directing people, it's just easier for me to drive there, right?
Yeah, can someone just remove their ping so I can stop thinking about going to the bloody shop robbery?
I don't know whose that is. That's not my.
That's not
my
me.
drift. That's not mine. I think it might be Ben's.
Okay.
Oh no, I removed it.
Thank you. Oh.
What the hell was that? Is
Yeah,
there a demon in the car?
Sorry about that one. Mid thinking about blood orange, I think. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see ya. Old Mount strawberry and kiwi, nice, like that. There's me just burping into the mic. Apologies, chat. That's terrible of me. Green light. Red light.
Alright, backseat driver. Mate, Squid Games.
I mean, we're in an unmarked car, sticking to the speed, sticking to the lights.
I don't want to be given away. You know?
Yeah, don't give yourself away. 100%. Like all criminals stop at red lights.
Oh yeah, of course, that's true. And I'm just my lights on, and then we won't be seen. Yeah.
Hang on. To be fair, it's definitely a mix between trying to behave because Roberts is in the car as well.
Yeah.
You don't know what you can get away with.
I mean, I'm fully backing the fact that we are undercover, or in an unmarked car, driving to the speed limit and to the red lights. No one's going to know we're police. 100%.
No, some criminals do sit at red lights, you know.
Some.
Yeah, bored criminals waiting for their mates to tell them the location to go to or something.
100%.
That's what we're waiting for.
I mean, the lights on the grill's probably going to give it away, but
you can't really see them. To be fair, they kind of blend in. It's the lights in the front window. So here to our right was the Joyce's old block, so 633 here.
Okay.
That's LVP9 now.
That's LVP9 here, and then obviously we got this one as well. It's very, very close. It's green. I would assume because I've seen is it the Fratellis or the Frutellas? I don't know what the fuck you want to call them. Hanging around Hayes quite a lot. I would assume that this is their block.
Okay.
Not seeing what, but obviously you can't miss it. It's bright green. It used to be purple. I'm sure Elsie used to own this.
Okay, so we've got some points then. Let's go back to Joyce's area.
No, I'm going there now. That's so that.
Oh, sorry.
633.
Okay, so hold on. Before we do that, then let's start on one. Let's go right first. A second, back up here. Oh, sorry, chat. My thing's just blown on itself. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Do we know this is their old block? Here on our left, yeah. We know it's got new owners, which is being LVP9. Yeah.
2 seconds, chat. 2 seconds. Just got to think about something in my head.
Loop the block, Frank.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was just a voice in my head. So this one's
Talks about
like
these voices in their heads, man. They're all weird. Like be police officer and you got voices in your head. It's really strange.
2 seconds, chat.
So
Let me go.
There's a lot. Hello, back. How are we? Look, all the things around the top of the building, look, that kind of point to where they could peek. If you get me, yeah.
HD60S.
This one here.
There we
to our
go.
right,
That's
though,
that one.
isn't
TikTok
actually
needs to be
got
the
anything
same.
like
2
that,
seconds, TikTok.
but it's got different rooms in. But
Oh yeah.
like, I asked the guy the other day if there was any rooms for, like, you know,
There we
any
are.
rooms that he was renting. Told that it's not.
You guys in chat,
like,
ever see it all
rent,
okay
it's a
again?
place
It just died on me for some reason. The
What's
my
see,
HD60
for me,
just
right,
died
what's
for a second.
concerning is
My
that
capture card, sorry.
obviously you got the Fratellis.
Lewis, good to see you. Welcome in.
In that building there, maybe because they're green.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about
Welcome. But what's more concerning is that obviously, you know, Jay Green, he employs the Fratellis at his Hayes shop here. Like,
okay.
So it makes it a bit, you know, concerning.
Let's,
that you've got a CID officer employing a gang.
So let's come back to this one in a second, but let's go to this compound here. Where are we? So have we mapped out exactly what this looks like yet?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's no inside of it.
Yeah.
It's literally primarily just a compound that.
Yeah, you
Hart, you'll
can't-
know. Actually, before we
Yeah, so if
before
you
I
let me
do
bring
your
a speak
part
then.
on it, yeah, go on.
So we've actually been inside it multiple times.
Yep.
We conducted a sort of a quick raid on their stash, which is a bin.
Mhm.
It's just the courtyard. Literally, what you can see is what you get. There's no internals to the building. They're all blocked off.
Yep. Okay.
Only thing we could get better of is a bird's eye view from Pass through the rooftops, so we can gather their vantage points.
Do a left here.
But
Just
we know
while you're still talking.
But we know because we sat there on a roof. We were in Pretty that night, and we had a good vantage point from the roof we were sitting on. If you remember?
Do a left here.
Yeah.
I know this is the roof here to our left. You're going to take us on because we
Yeah,
have watched
so
Joyce's before.
you've
go
been on
the
this roof here before, yeah? Okay, so
The
we know
ladder-
this is a high point.
Actually, no, we watched this from this roof here. We watched because MS7 used to own that mansion there to our right, 642.
Mhm.
And I know this is not very dodgy, but we're going to go into here. I hope no one's in here, but here's the ladder to the roof. Look.
Yep.
So we already know this.
Okay.
And in there's nothing. So there's only way up on this roof, one way down.
Yep.
Unless you jump off, unless you jump off, unless you've got that wish that you want to jump off. That's not dodgy at all.
See, there's a location, the building behind the fuel station to our right. You can see the front entrance and you can see the side entrance pretty well. So that's probably one of the best vantage points you're going to get in this area.
But what we do need, Hart, is if we were to watch this, they've got an entrance at the front and an entrance at the side. And when we circled it a minute ago, they've got also an entrance around here, haven't they? There's an entrance, yeah, look.
Okay, so the big buildings in front of us, have we got any availability to get on top of them?
Yeah, well, the one
like
that
Banner or
Hart's-
someone like that?
No, because that'd be too far away, really, wouldn't it, if you think about it.
I don't know if you
realistically.
got binoculars.
It'd still be too far away, realistically. Because it depends, doesn't it?
Have you tried it?
We got on this roof here, we got on this roof very, very close to them. This roof here to our right, which is very close. And that shows the gate. We were watching the gate. And then Hart was on this roof there where that guy's legs are open. Die already.
Nice.
And he had the vantage point from the front and the side. Realistically, we could stick someone in the car park or the cemetery and yeah, I'm just gonna keep driving. And yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
Okay.
We could let me get away from that car because it had purple tires.
Well, sitting in front of a compound is probably not a good idea anyway.
No, sorry, I don't expect no one to be around there. To be fair,
Well, I mean, if it's a gang compound, it's probably gonna have someone coming back at some point, isn't it?
It had purple tires, so I'd only guess that was probably LC lot, aren't I? And that's why we're here. We're talking here. We had massive intel on this house here as well. To our right, the Playboy house.
Yep.
Because from the road, and I believe Ben did this, we could the previous owner
Hello, welcome in, Major Lee. How we doing, my man? Good to see you.
See the
How you doing, Spuddy? How we doing?
Never actually managed to
and
get in there
Ayub, how we
down.
doing as well? Good to see you. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I haven't. I can't watch that long because I'm going hunting for the first time. Nice, love that, Lewis. I hear voices in my head. They mention me.
Are we
Are
we anywhere close
Where you
to
at?
actually in that LC compound or not?
Yeah, we're
I'm good, thank you. How are we doing, Assassins, as well? Good to see you.
Yeah, but we've been planning it for the past 5 weeks.
Yeah, because it's a
Wicked.
big
Sounds
fucking
good,
raid
TikTok.
heart. Like, it's MS7 was so nice and compacted, and it was such a one area. The issue of LC,
Yeah.
they've got 5 different properties, and we have
But
to.
so have LVP9, and we've shafted them like 5 times in the past month.
Because they're stupid enough to shoot police. Like LC,
Yeah, but
have
LC
done that
have
in their compound.
LC have done many things over the last 4 months. Have you contacted the estate agents regarding any of the gangs yet?
They're not around. I like. It's nice if they was around to actually have a chat with them, but
have you emailed them at all?
I don't know who the estate agent is. I'll be completely honest with you. Do we know? Do you know anyone? I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
Well,
I'd have to
it
reach
can
out
be a
and find out about
situation
it.
where we email the mayor and he'll be able to. I'm sure he has records of it.
The mayor's not about either.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
emails.
not-
What I'm talking about, email
Oh.
system. Or I'm talking anyone. If a certain thing is not available in the city very often, but it should be there available to us, then obviously the government should be able to obviously fill in for them if needs be. Cal coming in with a tier 1
Yeah,
for
I'll reach
6
out
months.
to-
Let's go. Cal, thank you so much, buddy. Hope you're well.
All right, let's go to DeggyUK compound.
I think at the moment, Roberts, is a big thing. Well, trying to explain it the best way possible. So of course, it's in my opinion, for us, difficult to build a raid initially, but then see, for instance, you have Goose come on duty, and he'll just say, right, okay, we're gonna raid this place right now. And then we don't have anything that falls back on us in terms of, negative impact. And I think the main thing at the moment is being scared to action a raid and then be told later down the line we didn't have enough information to go ahead with a raid.
So from my point of view,
yeah, if you get what I'm trying to say, it's
yeah.
difficult to
So
explain.
from my point of view, look, obviously, seeing both sides of the story. Yes, obviously we need enough evidence. Personally, there's been many calls from multiple of the gangs that would have led enough to intelligence and evidence to obviously call a raid on places. You guys naturally, obviously, are gonna want to make sure it's spot on before you do the raid. But the other aspect of, from my previous experiences of being CID, is obviously I ask the questions along the lines of, on a daily basis, how much evidence are you actually looking for? Whether that is per gang, or that is locations, or in general, or are you still doing a lot of reactive stuff? Like, what I expand onto that is, we've got 4 people in the car right now. Do you always roll around like this, or do you split off and do your own situation?
Yeah, we'll do our own thing. All do our own thing, mate.
It's more than likely it'll be me and Hart double crew on a daily basis. Ben and Priestley, that sort of thing. So we kind of split up and go
right.
Or the other way around.
So what are you doing on your daily basis then? What would you be doing right now?
Well, we just do normal police work for the minute.
Yeah. I'll be
Why
brutally
is
honest.
that?
It's
Because
we're essentially doing the role of response, just in plain clothes.
At the moment, as I said, I'm still planning this raid, alright? So, like, LC is not a small gang. Like I said, MS7's raid, when that was planned, and I'm sure you all can all see it, that was simple. They had 2 buildings and many apartments that we all went and did. Split up into teams. I have got a plan, and I have forwarded it onto the correct people. how we got. There's going to be.
I haven't moved on to
watch teams,
CID.
there's
I've
gonna
always
be
been overlooking
blocking of the
CID,
roads,
but
there's
just
gonna be
never
many,
done the
many ways
actual
that they're gonna
CID
do
work.
this.
So it is now
Because they
me
own many
doing some
different
CID work to
buildings,
try and improve
We
CID.
need to figure out if we want to hit Fudge Lane first or hit their buildings first and then hit Fudge Lane last.
Right. So we've got 13, 14 officers on at the moment, excluding CID. We've got lack of. I mean, I'm sitting in the car now. We've got a few calls here and there, shot robbery and stuff like that. We don't have the shots fired, etc. You guys should not be doing your normal police work. You guys should be regularly going out and doing like the detective side of things. Like I would like to think you guys would come on duty and have a plan together. If let's say, you know, we get ourselves together and say, right, we're riding along together tonight. Our objective for the night is to go and get an informant, or our objective for the night is to gather X, Y, and Z on a certain gang, or it could be, I want to know how people are getting rid of their cash, stuff like that.
Well, we are robbers. Like the other week, what was it, last week, week before, I sat on the roof for 3 hours and gathering intel. We are still doing that. And I would say we are still doing that. We are also doing police work as well.
There's not many.
Say it again, Frank.
Sorry, mate.
Say it again.
I am getting very, very fed up at the minute. So it's due to the lack of like guns and lack of many of these big gangs like LC, the Joyces, are doing shop robberies on a daily basis. That's all they're doing. And we've witnessed them doing these shop robberies on a daily basis.
Yep.
Obviously today it took place. Obviously we don't know the ins and outs of it because obviously to gain access to access.
These people are they being caught then? No, they're already here. Get here.
Gain access to get to this, whatever happened, an auction, whatever you want to call it, you had to have a ticket, so we couldn't have gained access.
No, that's fine. I'm not necessarily just talking about tonight. I'm talking about in general. So you're telling me the Joyces, the different gangs are doing constant shop robberies. How do you know that?
Because their cars are on scene. We went.
Okay, so their cars are on scene. Brilliant. That's a good start.
We went there the other day with the LC boys, and I run the plane. It was Stevie Trigger. They come out and they were like, leave. So we went and was it me and you, Hart? We went and sat around the corner and waited for them to leave. Right, but we still managed to grab the plate. And we still managed to grab what they was wearing. We know they're LC because they're driving they're wearing their vest and their chain that they have.
Were any of them caught from the shop robbery?
Sorry?
Were any of them caught from the shop robbery?
Car was a little bit confused, so it was.
Happy, welcome in.
To be honest.
Thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream?
We was on
so many
pursuit.
shop robberies.
Me and you, Hart? It was me and you that was on it. They wasn't caught, no. Oh, I went the wrong way. I don't want to go outside the Joyce command and then we'll be there and we're chatting about this. I'd rather do it.
Ginger's coming in with a 5 gifted.
Serious stuff.
What are you doing, Ginge?
Is very loud.
The legend, Ginge. How are we doing, buddy? Good to see you.
What we're trying to do now is we've got many. We know there's many other gangs in the city, and we've got many.
Absolute legend. Thank you very much, Ginge.
And we know where their compound is.
Yeah.
You know the Bargles area, the yellow.
Steve's coming in with a gifted as well. Stevie legend.
Do you know where I mean?
Yeah, the Fudge Lane you're on about.
No, you know the Bargles area.
Yeah.
That's TT Brothers. The Departed. What happened the other week? They're middle of city. They're Evangelico, old Banjis.
Frank, what I'm trying to get at is, let's start with LC. We knew at one stage LC were the biggest gang in the city because they were the most active. They were shooting police just because for the fun of it. We should be prioritized. If we know they're constantly doing shop robberies or doing this and that, we should be turning our whole attention. And if we've got intelligence and can prove that it's them doing the shop robberies, we should be like wholeheartedly within a week banging on their door. Because let's just say Frank and Priestley, you get your heads together and you go, right, what's currently going on in the city right now? Right, we've got a lot of shop robberies going on at the moment. Guys, who do we know what's doing these shop robberies? Okay, we've got intelligence that LC have done the last 4 or 5 shop robberies. Has anyone been caught? No. Okay, what evidence and how can we prove it's LC? Because these cars were used in shop robbery. Okay, brilliant. So we know a car's been used, but how do we know the person that owns that car is in the vehicle? So you start staking out their cars, their properties, and to see if they are exiting and entering the cars. And if you get an intelligence of what rough time they're doing these robberies, then you can maybe sit out towards the locations of where they may start out or where they may be finishing. We know we have a lot of intelligence previously that they don't give a shit about going back to their compound. They've done a shop robbery, they're heading straight back to their compound once not being caught. So whether we stake a few people out incognito in the bushes or in the buildings or whatever and wait for them to return back in, if we've got pictures of them returning back into their base within 3 or 4 minutes or within a certain period of time, that vehicle, we've got good evidence. That evidence is then going towards, you need literally, let's just say 2 or 3 of them, clear evidence of that person's done the shop robbery, enough to go bang on that door.
I'll be completely honest with you, Sal Carter was caught the other day with a gun in his pocket.
Correct,
okay?
And that was by myself and by...
and we're still waiting for him to come in for the questioning. He hasn't been back for the questioning yet, so he's avoiding that completely.
Well, that's a situation that you with your other shoes need to deal with.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because he was left in the police station in the cells with myself, and we waited 4 times for him to return. He was unable to return due to his headache. So we said, okay, we'll convene at a later date. If he's not returned himself, and to continue the situation, then that is a you situation, something else that needs to be dealt with. But this is a prime example of if it is the headache that needs to be brought back into that situation, DNA taken, everything like that. That I expect you guys. That's why we called you down, because yes, we got caught in with a gun. But I would have expected at least an hour's worth of grilling inside a interview room to find out what you know and what you can get out of him, and whether you interrogate him to a point where you can see if he breaks, stuff like that. But I don't feel enough people get interrogated. What happens is a lot of people, whether they're gangs or not, get brought... Oh, why am I not feeling very well right now?
Neither am I.
Okay.
The issue we're having
a lot of people are being brought down, sentenced, and just being sent off on their way. And we know they're gang members, but we're not getting CID down to interrogate them.
Yeah, but that's not our fault, is it, Roberts? It should be for every division so he's getting get us involved. Like the other day, I was sat in the room with Isabel Kennedy for about half an hour, trying to negotiate with her about a situation that happened, and she wasn't giving a shit. And I was literally like, right, you're either giving us this, or you're just going to get the whole sentence. In the end, she gave away, and she got half her sentence. We've got to try and push it.
The other issue we're having is the CID officers in the division. I need to pull. I've not really seen them much that are putting in bolos or active warrants or markers. No, not them. Markers for people like Sal Carter, people like that, etc. Put in. Sal Carter was seen doing this, and this. Is needed questioning.
They don't say what they need questioning for. They literally just say needs questioning.
So, at 9 times out of 10, we have to go to the officers. I don't know what that's about, because they haven't come back to us and said this is. They haven't said to us or done an MC or anything that we can.
All good, Curry. All good. Yeah, I understand that you shouldn't be moaned for doing an interview, because you should be doing interviews as a standard.
Stuff. Questioning, then MDT should be written up, and a little bit of detail given for if myself, Ben, or Hart or Priestley's all about, and we need to go and interview that person that's been arrested by a traffic officer, per se, then we can go and base off like they've done this, and this. How have they gained this, and this sort of thing? Yeah.
So are you being cooled down or not?
You do get cooled down, yes. Like Lockridge Fuller comes on radio a lot. Pincock comes on radio a lot. Traffic, Marston, and all that come on radio and ask for CID. Obviously, if we're busy, then obviously we say, oh, can you just take them for questioning and pass us the details to us if we're really busy. If not, then we'll say, oh, we'll be down and say, I ain't gonna lie, Roberts, mate, the other day we was dealing with a situation and a suspect had to wait half an hour maybe, because we was dealing with a major scene. And I said to him 3 times, sorry mate, but we're quite busy, you have to wait. In the end, the suspect got a bit ratty and I was like, sorry mate, but I'm very busy. I'll take you for questioning now. Half an hour later, he gets sentenced.
Yeah. It's just the intelligence gathering and the pushing for these type of raids. Obviously, right now we have an understanding that there's not been many guns on the street lately. Whether there's been a little bit of a weather storm that's caused the guns to disappear or whatever. But you know, gangs are working their way up, so this is sort of prime time for us to be able to do this intelligence and go, right.
There's compound there, to be fair.
We know that there's lots happening, so this is a perfect time for us to step in and find more information. How many informants do you have?
See, personally, I would like to think of myself having one. But I was going to ask you a question regarding that.
Yep.
So, I know somebody called Earl, and he's quite happy to sing like a canary with all the information possible. And I was thinking, in order to get some more information, what sort of way could we...
Have you got a link for graphics? Yes, it's in my Discord. Discord.gg/DeggyUK, and it's MVE.
To give more information, because I've been told by Frank that money is a no-no.
The money is available.
Oh, it's available. I thought it was a little bit of corruption sort of stuff.
No. Informants are available to be paid. Just got to work it out on a basis of what the information is given and stuff like that. But 100% it's available. And, you know, money is available for any operations that may take up some money, stuff like that. If you need to buy certain items to successfully do certain things. You guys as CID are a division that are detectives. I expect you guys with the trust, and obviously we know that certain people can't be trusted, but as we go for it, I fully expect you guys should know where, you know, we know people grow weed because we've had people with it on them. So do you know how to grow weed and sell it and whatever else you need to do?
I don't even know where you get the seeds from anymore.
Neither do I.
So why are we not? This is one of the biggest incomes in the city.
Like,
why have we've got how many CID officers have we got?
12.
12. So not one person has been tasked to find out where weed is.
Well, yes, they have. However, they haven't been able to entice where that location is.
And how long have they been looking for?
Probably, I don't know, 2 weeks.
So you're telling me on an average night we've got 200 people roaming around the streets and they've not been able to speak to one person that can give them an indication of where weed is?
Yes,
in 2 weeks.
we've tried to interrogate people where weed is and stuff, but they don't refuse to give the answer. They just say they get it off a mate.
Okay, so you're interrogating them, but how many people have just roamed the streets like a normal civilian as a new startup looking to start themselves into a game or something? I take that as no one.
Yeah, well, no.
But this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm not trying to like you know, push you down a hole or do anything. I really want to get my teeth stuck in with you guys and help and bring it up to where we want. But I'm saying we've got 12 people in CID, and you're telling me not one single person can tell me where weed is grown, found, sold, and purchased. You're telling me that you potentially don't even know where money, how to exchange any money, where other drugs are found.
Well, I know that there's a thing called an accountant.
Right.
Yeah.
That, oh my god, fucking lorry.
And where's the accountant?
That's run through businesses. So I own Benny's.
Yo, Trigger Mike, how we doing? Good to see you, buddy.
And you have an option to buy a downtown accountant on the tablet. I don't know what he does. Obviously, if I ask, it's going to look very dodgy because obviously I work there, and I know I'm CID. So this would be a good thing for Hart if he can get a
But
quite a lot.
do you understand where I'm coming from, though? Like, we've been... I've obviously been here, what, 4 months now, or whatever, 3 months or whatever. And within that time, no one has told me, no one has found anything like this. The basic stuff for any criminal. We're not even talking about OCGs at the moment. We're generally just talking about...
No one here, it was around the back. But it's not, I don't know, obviously, they would have potentially moved it because obviously this was a...
Yeah, I believe it was moved, was it not?
I don't know. We check around...
I actually remember
it is,
that
Ben,
it used
yes,
to be down one of
it's
these alleyways back
it's
here.
whitelisted
this one,
between
he's around the back.
6 p.m. and 4 a.m.
Yeah, here. Against that wall, yeah.
He's not there anymore, no?
No. He used to be against where Frankie stood right now.
He used to be in there.
Okay, so
there's many different places in the city that he could be.
But we don't know none of them.
But we know where Coke is. Like, we know we've openly been. Julian Turkers took Smith, Detective Smith, to the location where you start the job, and obviously now we know it's on an island. So we all went over that. Me, Priestley, Rose, I think it was. We went over to Cayo Perico one day, and we found out that you can harvest coke over there.
Stop there, Frank. Turn around.
The harvest coke, you need.
Fuck. Shit.
Why would you do that? Everyone does that.
Sorry, my bad. Just go drive
Everyone
over there a
does
sec. Just go over there a sec. Yeah, by the shops. Right, I'm just gonna literally show you the first thing that I would expect them to be doing. Right. Oh, my game has just crashed. What? Okay, that makes it interesting then. Yeah, we're doing a bit of CID tonight. I want to try and help CID because obviously I'm doing a lot of arms stuff, and CID just needs a little bit of help. Just from the purposes of, like, as we've just seen, CID have been operational, well, obviously under us for the last 4 months or whatever, but they can't tell me where to buy weed. They can't tell me how to money wash. They can't tell me the basic stuff that everyone in the city that comes in pretty much will know within a matter of a few hours because they just speak to people. It's just like the basic stuff is not being done. Like, if you're CID, you're going out doing some police work, but you're not doing like undercover work, or you're not doing basic intelligence, like going up to someone in the public and going, "Hello mate, I'm a little bit new around the streets here. Just looking firstly to find a phone really. You got anywhere you can buy a phone?" And then you can turn around and say, "Right, is there any way you can offer me, is there any way to make some money in the streets?" Sort of thing. And then you get yourself, you're not going to just randomly go up to anyone, but you try and find your target that is willing to work. And there's always going to be someone who go, "Yeah mate, of course, down the street and go get some weed, or I'll tell you what, sell this bit of weed and come back to me," depending on what type of criminal you're trying to target. One could turn around and say, "Yeah, go sell this, here's my number, and if you can sell it, I'll talk to you." And you do that type of stuff, CID are the people that are meant to be doing that. Like, that is CID's job. Like, the corruption stuff, when you're talking about corruption, it depends on the type of corruption it is, If you're generally being just corrupt because you're a corrupt fucker, then that's a little bit different. But if it's something along the lines of you're actually doing it for intelligence and there's a proper risk assessment about it, a little bit different. No, not a risk assessment, but an operation. Right, so looking down the streets. Right, let's go speak to these guys.
I don't care. I
Hello,
really
mate.
couldn't care.
Hello.
How you doing? A little bit.
How are we?
Yeah, a little bit new around here at all. Do you know where I can get a phone from?
Yeah. Do you see them in front of us?
Where?
There's one.
Sorry?
One's in front of us. See, there's rows of shops with palm trees near them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one called Digital Den. You go in there and the phone's only £99.
All right, sweet. No worries. You know where I can make some money around here at all?
Your best bet is to go and get a job in a mechanics really, and start off a little bit fresh.
Yeah.
Get yourself built up and meet the correct people in the manner of that.
Right. Okay. All right. You couldn't put me in touch with anyone at all, could you?
Your best bet is to approach tuners or bennies and get a job in them, and you'll meet the correct people in them. That sort of respected skill work.
Right. Okay. All right. No worries. Thanks for that. I'll. So what you say? One of these shops is it?
Yeah. That one there. Do you see that one right at the end there? Digital Den.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sells phones and radios.
Right. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Someone gave me a little packet literally as I started up there. Do you know where I could get some more packets of weed from or anything?
You're looking to buy, did you say?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. He gave me a little packet and said go.
Freeze.
He gave me a little packet and said go sell this. I don't know. Do you know what I need to do with it or?
If you're selling it, I'd imagine you go to somewhere where there's going to be a lot of people, maybe like down the airport or on a pier or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably your best bet.
And how would I give it to him or whatever and take the money from it? Is there a rough price on me selling around here or?
The rough price, I'm not too sure about. To be honest, I've not quite ventured into that myself.
You knew here as well, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Ah, fair enough. No worries. I'm just trying to find some money and I keep my head above board. But yeah, someone just gave me something, so I just wanted to test the waters, really.
Yeah, well, sorry, couldn't be any more of a help, mate. But yeah, good luck with that.
All right, no worries. I'll go buy a phone. Thank you. Right. As simple as that.
What a Jimmy. Oh, hang on, he's back. Shit. Sorry. No, that was good.
And there's no one done that at all.
So, we could have gone into more detail there, because I know when you sell the weed, you get rolls, okay?
Yeah.
And these, I don't know, then I don't know the next step from getting these rolls. So, these rolls, are they something to do with the accountant? Is it something to do with... This is like you said, we need an informant.
Right, we need an informant, but we also need us to actually do it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what I've just done there takes 1 second. You're already in these plain clothes, and you're driving an unmarked car, let's just say. But if you're going out in just a random car, no reason why you can't just go test the water. If there's a few of you, they ain't going to pick on you, oh, new guy, we're going to take him hostage, blah, blah, blah. If there's a couple of you or whatever, or even if you do test the water with one, you stay in your car and just go and ask. The amount of times my experience where I've just generally driven around in a normal car and tried to be an old Jimmy and gone, oh, I'm new around here. Is there any way that I could, you could just give us a little boost or a starter? The amount of people go, yeah, mate, of course, hey, have some of this or whatever, the generosity that people do, because they just don't give a shit. And all it takes is one person to tell you a certain area where to go, boom, you've got a lead. And before you know it, by the end of the night, you use that little information, you go to the next one and go, hello, mate, I'm quite new around here, but matey boy just told me to go get this from this location. I've got the stuff, but I don't know what to do with it next. Can you give me an idea? Then you run into two things. That person doesn't know the location, so you get an idea of what they may be able to help you or may not be able to help you. Or they may be able to go, yeah, he's done his own work, he knows what he's doing, well, let's go and give him the next heads up. May even give you contact details, because I'll turn around and say, oh, no worries, mate, if I get stuck in anything, can I give you a call or take some details? And then all of a sudden, you've got someone else's contact details.
So...
So I'll just put something out there real quick. So before I joined the police, I used to be somewhat of a naughty person, but not too naughty, of course.
I do, Martin. I do indeed.
So I'm not sure if things have changed since around 2-3 months ago, but see each day
correct,
there's a fella that buys what we like to call rolls of money or whatever. He buys them. and swaps them for cash. So I've got a
Carriages do go to
location of
jail, yeah.
where that guy hides each day.
Okay.
We'll have to have a little look, but like I said, it's
So is that the next step part? Is that the next step from obviously when you're on the beach selling your wacky?
So
is that the next step? Sorry, am I here? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
It's the next step. So you're telling me there's a guy.
I am a
you
police
go
officer
to,
right now. I am a police
you
officer.
Essentially,
I'm just
hand
doing
the
some
rolls
undercover stuff at the
into
moment.
him, and then he gives you cash back for them. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
So it works like this. So
Okay.
let me just stand over here so I can see what this guy's doing. So you go
yeah.
to this person, which he changes where he stands each day. And then what he'll do is he'll tell you you've got one of two options here. You can either have a high risk or a low risk. The low risk, I'm guessing you get he's going to give you less for what you're trying to do. So yeah,
I've been
majority of the criminals.
I've been told that a guy stands around here, there, and everywhere, and you approach him, and there's a prompt for you to talk to him about this. But he does move every day. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
No, so I think you're on about selling. I think you're on about selling the weed, or drugs.
Right.
So
just back me up here 2 seconds. I'm gonna do this. Phone. Which one's the phone? This one. Ah, perfect. Oh, hello guys. Sorry about that. How we doing?
Not bad, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just buying a phone.
Yeah, chilling.
100 quid. That's not bad. McDonald's? Are you McDonald's guys?
Yeah, we are.
Love that. How we doing?
Yeah, chilling.
Yeah.
I'm quite new around here. Is there anywhere where I can get a helping start?
What do you mean by that? Right,
just get some money, really.
I mean, I can ask our boss, but we might be employing.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. If you don't mind doing that. Is there anything else, some quick money starters I can do at all, or?
You could do mining. Mining's quite good.
Mining, okay. Where's the mining?
You can find, so if you look on your GPS.
Yeah.
It should be like a little black and white app on your map.
Oh, mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you go in there, you buy a pickaxe.
Yep.
And a washing thing.
Yep.
And then once you've got your materials, you go to this like purple looking arrow, and they wash it there.
Okay.
And then you can either smelt it or find a buyer. And if you find one, they'll give you prices for everything.
Yep.
But if you do it for a couple hours, you get a good bit of money in it.
Oh, perfect. And I don't suppose, any chance, I used to do a little bit of drug selling in the other and where a bit of a history. You wouldn't know where I could get some from, would you?
So you can go to gangs. Like, there's a gang on Grove Street called the Mob that we work for.
Yep.
But you have to give them materials for them to trust you.
Yep. Okay.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're giving them some like gold, lead, and iron, so then they can trust us to sell meth and coke.
Right. So you say the Mob was in Grove Street, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you have to give them materials to get. What did you say? Oh.
Watch out the way.
I'm coming out the way. Yeah. You're gonna be like. Oh my lord! What's his problem?
Oh. You've got this.
Yes, you got that. Well done. I'll give you one of them. Well done.
Yeah.
So the Mob. You what do you get for the materials?
Just trust.
Yeah, you get trust from the Mob.
Okay.
And then once they can trust you enough, you can sell like meth and stuff for them.
Oh, meth. Okay, so we can find some meth, can we?
Yeah.
But you don't know where you get that from, just them.
I think you have to craft the meth. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So, craft the meth. What about? Is there weed or anything like that, or?
Yeah, there is weed, but it's pretty shit right now.
Right. And why is it shit?
Because the gods, if you know what I mean, like the gods, they have changed like the planting pattern and finding shit.
Right. Okay. So is Am I thinking from my memory? There's the shop down there. Do you get it from there? Is it?
No, you don't get weed from there. You have to find weed seeds around the GPS, innit?
What are they on the GPS? Are they?
Nah, you have to. I don't know what you have to do to find it because we got given them by the mob.
Right. Oh, okay. So is it
But-
maybe you get in, like, go speak to them or something? Is it the trust or?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Right. Okay. No worries. And is there anything else? Sorry, I don't want to keep questioning you if you got something to do. Sorry, I don't want to be this inquisitive. I've just new around there. I just want to get up and running.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I appreciate obviously you giving the time. But is there anything else you can do around or?
There's loads of other jobs you can join, like clubs, bars, other restaurants, mechanic shops, everything like that.
Yeah.
I haven't tried any other business except McDonald's. This is my first business, but I'm sure they give better wages per job.
Mhm.
Mechanics would obviously earn the most because everyone comes in with their cars 24/7.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you could go ask Benny's or Auto Motors and stuff like that if they're employing.
Yep.
And you'll have to join their Bluetooth if you haven't already. But you can be a new joiner and like work your way up the levels. The more like trust you have, the more money you get. So.
Okay. Perfect. I'll have a look at that then. Do you mind if you give us your contact details and I'll give you a text if I can come work with you guys or?
Yeah.
Did you get mine?
I've now bought a phone. I should be able to. No, I've not got anything pop up.
You should see it from like the top. It should be the thing, and you just hold it and swipe down.
Have you sure you're not giving it to your friend?
Yeah, you gave.
Did you give that?
Right. And you suggested. Is that what do I do?
Yeah. Yeah, you just click it.
Well, okay, right. Number 288 is it?
Yeah, and
What's
then you
your
just
name?
click. Just put a Sam.
Sam, yeah.
Yeah, and then just click
McDonald's.
save.
McDonald's. Perfect. Yeah, wicked.
Okay,
Right, I've got
give
that.
me yours.
How do I do that? Sorry.
So you hold your G key.
Yep.
And then go into general.
Yeah.
And it said give contacts.
Ah, there we go. Just giving you there.
What's your name?
John.
Alright, there you go.
Perfect. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Oh, are you giving me yours as well? Ah, spot on.
There you go.
And what was your name, mate?
It's Kieran.
Kieran, perfect. Just put Kieran McDonald's, yeah?
Yeah.
Spot on. Thank you for that.
If you just want to send me a message and I can get your number and I'll drop
alright.
you a message when I ask the boss.
Yep, sounds good. I'll do that for you. Worries. Perfect. I'll do that for you. Right, wicked. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
No worries.
You too, babe.
Yeah, have a good evening, yeah? Cheers for that. I've already spoken to him. Ah, shit! I've already got his number. I didn't want to text him because he's already got my number. I've already texted him before and said it's Officer Roberts. Shit!
If you go to
How can I
music.
help? Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Right. Tell about to sell weed, follow.
Roberts, can I chat to you on your own a sec, please?
Yeah, once we get the fuck out of here.
No.
Once we get out of here.
Huh?
Get them in the car.
Yeah, sure. Well, I wanted to speak to you away from Ben, that's all.
Okay, can we just get out of here first and get away from them
you got
guys,
keys, you got
just in
keys, you got-
case. Get in, please, now. Get in, please, now, quick.
223. Go to 223. I've marked it on the map.
Hold on, just get out of here a sec.
Oh?
Yeah, nothing to see there.
Yeah, so I've just shot over Frank the locations of you know, where the dude used to hang out for each day. I'm not sure if he still
Right,
does.
come here.
Right, give me 2 seconds.
See how easy that was, guys? See how easy I just got some information? This is United Gaming.
Okay, so
Go on.
the thing you mentioned about the weed.
Yeah.
We tasks anybody to go out and have a look. Now, that was a flat out lie from Ben. No, we haven't, is the correct answer.
Yeah.
I have to tell you that. Seems to be a lot of pussyfooting around a minute. Not sure if they're scared of you because you're rank or whatever, and they're just lying to you to keep appearances. But I'm happy to tell you the truth. So yeah, there's not a lot going on in terms of information gathering regarding gangs, compounds, whatever. We've essentially been doing the job of response just in plain clothes. As far as evidence gathering goes, as much we do is probably taking gunshots or bullets, same thing, blood from the scene. That's pretty much it in terms of CID work. Now, we have been asking quite a lot of people, you know, some information in relation to scenes, interrogating them and things like that. We only get little bits of information because gangs are very, very careful in terms of what they say because they're fearing for their safety, although we've assured them they won't get hurt or anything like that. But I think at the moment, more so maybe Frank than Ben is just not lying, but sugarcoating what we're doing.
I'm going to tell you some... I already know that, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, genuinely, obviously, I know what goes on most of the time. I know needs some work doing. I've been overseeing it, but that's the whole reason why you're seeing more presence from me now, and I'm coming out with you because I want to see it firsthand. And obviously, you've just confirmed what I assumed anyway. But you know, this is why I'm here. I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus and sort them out or whatever. I'm here to hopefully we can educate, give experiences, and go from there. I ran CID elsewhere for 6 months, and then obviously I went to the top and saw it for the last 2 years of being in the position I am. So I've got a fair lot of experience from it. I know what CID are capable of and what CID should be doing, and that's why I've now stepped in and said, look, more needs to be done, and just highlighting the areas which are not happening, and then hopefully we can clamp down on them and get it sorted.
Yeah, it's like I said to you, and I sent you a text. The shake-up was definitely needed. Putting Priestley in that position was a good shout. I know he's very vocal and he's capable of things when he puts his mind to it. Obviously, I'm not sure if you're aware, but due to the whole the incident with the command of CID and just it being a bit all over the place, I put an application in for traffic because I'm just not asked with the drama. But no, yeah, from being somebody that's been on duty most days, I can see what the flaws are and how to fix them and things like that. But yeah, this it's a bit of a it's in a bit of a tough situation at the moment, definitely. Well, you can see that when the commander lying about what we're doing. So.
Well, I'll be here to get it sorted, along with you guys. So we'll get it sorted by the end.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well,
so
hopefully we'll get it. I'm going to be around for obviously should be around for the next week or so. So when I say week, I'm going to be obviously longer than that anyway. But proper knuckle down for the next week, get this under control, and then we'll address it per week. See how we get on.
I definitely think having you as a visual presence, you know, actually rolling with us is a big help.
Yeah, 100%.
For Frank, I think. I know he really thinks he does a bad job, and he often goes off in a huff. But yeah, that positive affirmation and things like that is just things that he needs, I think. But yeah,
I appreciate you coming forward to me. At the end of the day, CID, we're working on trust. We've all got to trust each other. And any bullshitting will just get found out.
Of course,
and
yeah.
it's already seen, so
there's no point in lying.
No.
You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. We're
I
not
already know
raiding
what's
anybody
going on
apart from
anyway.
LDP9. Yeah.
So it's only going to further enhance what I've already felt, and then depending on the way it goes, you know. So It's fine. I'm not here to, you know, stamp anyone out or do anything. I'm here to oversee what's going on and correct the mistakes that happen. And
I'm just making sure that you know the truth before we.
Yeah, no.
before we go any
Of course, I
further,
appreciate you obviously reaffirming what I suspected, but we'll get it under control.
Yeah. The whole thing about LC being a big case because they've got loads of buildings, I can't quite understand where that's coming from. LVP9's had loads of buildings, and we've done them quite easily with every single time. I think there's some sort of stigma around LC where we're like maybe not scared, but cautious.
Yeah, could
to raid
potentially
them,
nurse
and I
Felix.
don't know
Yeah,
why.
but I don't want to turn and say I'm officer whatever. He's going to clock it straight away that I'm Officer Robert, so I'll let him do that. He'd probably forgotten about me soon anyway. Yeah, right, let's go and speak to them. Because I've got some good intel.
Okie
Right, where's Ben? Oh, is he by the car? Oh, let's go grab him. Mr. Tomlin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Right, come over here. I've got some good intelligence. Right.
What?
Right.
What is it?
Yeah, that's. I was thinking about that, but fuck it. You lot sit down, then I'll stand here.
I'll stand up, man. I'll stand up.
Right. So you know, I was just talking about simple chatting to people.
Yeah.
Just spoken to 2 people, both work at McDonald's. The reason I wanted to get the fucking out of the way was because I'd actually arrested one of them. After I realised, given his number, he gave me his number, and I'd already realised I'd had his number. Anyway, so let's go back to the reason what happened. So I've gone in there. First day on the job, I want to know what's going on. They've told me that you know, you have to go mining, get paid quite a lot, should be a mechanic, all the usual stuff we know. However, I did ask about some criminal stuff. They don't know where the weed section is. However, they do know that there are GPSs that pop up to go get these type of stuff. There's a recent change in weed production, so they're still trying to work that one out, but it's not very good apparently. So a lot of people don't do it at the moment. What they do tell me is there is meth and coke, and they don't get it directly themselves. What they do is they, all the guys at McDonald's, which is where they work, go to the mob, which is down on Grove Street, and they get their supply from them. In order to gain their trust, they give them materials. And in exchange, the mob give them their coke, their meth, their weed. Their name is Sam and Kieran. I have both of their numbers, and obviously
From them, who you spoke to?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I've arrested them as well.
So all of a sudden, from just being first interaction with anyone, we already know the mob are supplying people with meth, coke, and weed in exchange for their trust of materials. So what their materials will lead to is something that we next can go on to, and what they will turn around is scrap and certain things. They've given me a bit more information on what the materials are and stuff like that, but that's how they gain their trust, through providing them materials. And that is the mob that are down on the Grove Street.
Yeah, they've now obviously replaced MS7. Yeah.
Regarding the weed thing, I've just spoken to Earl, my somewhat informant. He told me that he's been given a couple of seeds, and the next time he speaks to the person who he's gotten from, he's gonna ask them for the location. He's quite confident that he's gonna get it as well.
Perfect. So we can just be doing, we can go out and do that. I knew I had some backup from behind me because you guys were around just watching, but just simply being default Danny, walking around, trying to find your way around and trying to...
So I'll spend the rest of my weekend being the Jimmy down at the beach then.
Wherever, you know, it's not necessarily just the beach. You could be G1. I know it's a hot spot for being taken, But there's lots of things that you can do to gather this intelligence. You know, our bread and butter should be the weed, the stuff that most people tend to do. The gangs are gangs. We obviously have a lot of priority and we need to worry about the gangs. But the sources of where the gangs get their stuff from, like meth, like we've already said, the mob are the ones that are supplying meth, coke and weed to gangs, to normal people. Where are they getting that from? If you know where you're getting that from, then you can be heading towards that or tracking their movement. You've then got another avenue to go and raid that property. Because I now know the mob are supplying someone with meth, coke and weed. So we already know we've got some product to go and raid their house with. But we need to prove that. So how do we prove that?
I get that. However, what you've got to think about as well is
Smokey, welcome in.
5 CID members that are actually active at the minute. If we had every single CID undercover, looking for evidence and all this, and asking people where locations are and stuff, we probably wouldn't have any CID officers
we
in the
don't
view.
need to have every officer to do that, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that, Hart. I'm just putting the point across.
Okay,
so
so
there's
the
literally
point
5
you've
active
made,
CID.
the point you've made is, yeah, it's brilliant to have loads of people active, but the aspect of priority as well. I turned around to you guys and said I want every single CID officer to have their own little intelligence to work on.
Yeah, we do. We do have our own cases and stuff. Right, so what I'll do after this, Roberts, is I'll spend the rest of my weekend undercover and just won't be a CID officer for the rest of the weekend.
You're just being childish now.
Whoa, hold on
Whoa, Hart, whoa.
Undercover,
no need for that, Hart.
Ben, undercover is CID.
No, I didn't mean that.
That is the biggest part of CID. You are... I don't get what you're trying to get at. If you're turning around saying, "Oh, I'm going to go and..."
No, I meant not with my vest on. Do you know what I mean? Like in my smart wear, I'll just spend the rest of my weekend looking like this. And I don't appreciate that comment, mate, as well.
Listen, he's here to try and make the division better, but you're just giving him snidey comments and lying to them.
No, I'm not snidey comments to him, mate. Well, what do you mean I'm lying to him?
About the weed thing. We haven't
You're going to say something, Hart. Say it to my face.
We haven't delegated anybody to do any sort of tasks to find weed at all.
Okay.
We're
not going to sit here and argue, are we? All right. Talk about it to him instead of actually shouting at each other. Talk to him.
No, it's alright. I'll go.
Ben, come back here. Ben, I'm not finished talking.
So, you spoke to Roberts about him saying what he did, yeah?
Yeah, because it's not right to lie.
No one's been put on the weed. So when I spoke to Hart, and unfortunately Hart is going to be leaving CID and going to traffic.
He's not. He's staying here.
He said he isn't. Wait, what?
No, I've replied. I'm waiting to be told to whether I've been accepted.
He's waiting to hear back, potentially. He's more leaning towards the fact.
And do you know
he
why?
Wants to go there.
And obviously me just coming in for the last... You obviously now understand why I'm here, don't you? Because I've been overseeing for some time, but I've had inklings from other people telling me, look, CID are here, but what are they doing, etc., etc. And obviously doing a few mix-up and stuff like that. But I'm here now to obviously witness it firsthand and help you guys. I'm not here to ruffle feathers. I'm not here to... kick anyone out or tell people, but I'm here to literally bring some home truths and try to bring my experience that I've got and to help you guys in any way I can. Tonight I've established that you guys haven't done the basics in terms of gathering the usual stuff we've got in the city. I'm not even caring about gangs right now. I'm talking about any Tom, Dick and Harry to make some money. CID do not know them basics. And that is a basic thing for CID to just go out and find information. And your first point of call is wearing what you're doing now and just go talk to people and find all this information out. You should have, within the space of 5 minutes, I've just found out that the mob sell weed, coke and meth to anybody, providing they give you materials or you give them materials in exchange. That's literally, I've just found out one conversation with some randomers. Next conversation, I've got a little bit more information. I could then go and find probably even more information. and you know, just half an hour of going and talking to random people, you'll probably know half the shit that you do here in this city. But no one has even thought about doing that. And from a point of view of CID, this is what I said to you weeks ago. People need to be delegated into doing different things. You can't just have, when CID come on, Ben make a comment of, it's great, but we've only got 5 officers on. 5 officers should be enough to go, one of you go and do this. One of you go find out this information. Rather than, you say that you roll around in 2s. Fine, that's cool. Brilliant, no worries. Loads of people roll around in 2s, but go find some information. Like, yes, you may be responding to PD calls all the time, but if we've got 12, 15 officers on, you do not need CID acting like response officers. Go find your CID information out and investigate shit.
Oh.
Yes, mate.
It's just, like I said to you, if you remember on the graphs, split up. So if you look at the map, draw a line down the middle of the map and draw another line, like 4 different areas of the map. We're gonna really need to look to the guy that does sell weed, or if we need to look for someone that we can get to the location from, then we need to go around and look in every little nook, and if that's the right word, that's the right word, is to look around every little area, small area, little hidden areas, to see if this guy can...
It's all about Panda. It's not necessarily about, like, take the game seriously. It's about,
see who sells it.
Making it realistic
See,
as well.
now, this is the thing.
This is the whole point of
I understand your point of view, right?
More realistic it is,
it's
the
so
more
much easier.
enjoyable
Look at it like
can be.
this. So there's like,
How you
what,
doing,
12
Leighton? Good to see
CID. Think of how many criminals there are in comparison to CID, and then think of how many criminals know the weed location, and how easy it'll be for us to get one person to tell us. It'd be so much easier if we just got this single person that'll go, yeah, sure, you can get it from here. And it just works like that. It'll be so much easier for us to do that.
How many times have you driven past a road on a pursuit and you've seen loads of cars just dumped around?
That could mean anything, though. That could be any location. Like...
Could be,
you know, that
but have you gone back to check?
Well, because they've checked, like they move every other, and you know, sort of thing. Yeah.
But everyone knows if they move or not, don't they? Like, how have all these random cars that are just thrown on the side of the road? How have they found out where it is? Like,
so I'm gonna text Ben to get back because, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to come back. We can't be throwing our dummy out the pram. We're here to help. And at the end of it, like I say, if you go on a pursuit, how many times have you seen cars on the side of the road? I saw it earlier the other day, and obviously I continued with the pursuit and continued, but ultimately, why don't we go back and have a look? Why is there loads of cars just abandoned on the side of the road? That's not normal.
I'd love to.
So what could we find out of that?
Tomorrow afternoon, anytime from 3.
What could we do about just talking to general people? Investigating people in the cells, interrogating them. You're not going to get much unless you're offering them something in exchange, you know? You could be offering them money incentives, or you could be offering them a cheaper sentence or whatever. Them sort of things may work from a no-comment situation, but you're not going to get that many people to talk while you've got a police badge or a police uniform in front of them. You're going to get them to talk when you're just a normal randomer on the streets looking for some work. Be in your car if you have to prevent being taken hostage or whatever, but just general talking, like, it's gonna work so much. The experience, as I've just proven in the 2-minute conversation I've had, need to do the basics. And the same with what I was saying to you, Frank, about the gangs. LC are being looked at for the last 4 months, but we've not raided them once. If we know they're doing certain things...
And I've got that help now, Robert. You remember, I was stuck at the top by myself, okay? Right? So, Red decided to bring him with me. I've now got that help, and it's going to get sorted.
Okay.
We have an action, a plan of how to sell it. I need to write it all down. It's in works currently.
So you've given me...
Priestley is currently not around today, and I'm not sure when he's around next, and we will sort it out and what we're going to do with it.
So how much more intelligence have you been gathering from them over the last...
Ben sat on the roof for the best part of 3 hours the other week.
And what did he get out of that?
And he watched him stuff out of van into Fudge Lane. You've got to remember...
You cut out them?
Oh, my fucking voice box. He's watched them take stuff out of the van or put stuff into the van. I see people leaving and going.
Right.
Can I ask a question about that? Have we got any sort of tangible evidence to prove that you saw that?
You have to ask him, but he's dropped off again, as usual, because he can't take the fact that a comment. So I'm asking him to come back, and he isn't.
See, I've been made aware of some sort of checklist, like a raid checklist. Is that a thing?
Who's told you about?
I was speaking to one of the raid command about it before.
What raid checklist? Because if you look at the MS7 raid plans, it was going to be completely different to that. Because MS7 only had two buildings that we had to go around.
When I say raid checklist, I mean different types of evidence that we need to collect before we're authorized to raid. That would help out so much.
Yeah, I agree, Martin.
It would just be stuff that's used in crime.
I'd become some
We know
mafia
they've got
boss.
a meth lab. We need to shut that meth lab
Yeah,
down
definitely.
as well.
Why not?
Like,
you can do anything in the city.
There's many factors.
You can be
to
anyone
this
you
raid
want.
because we need to. It's a gang that have many buildings and many apartments, and I need to reach out to real estate and see all of this, to get this rolling. And I need to forward this onto Red Command to look over as well.
So, for instance, let's just move LC to the side for 1 second, then, before we go. Use an example of the Joyces. You told me already tonight, within a matter of a minute of being with you guys, that Joyces are actively doing shop robberies right now. You know that because you've done the cars. Have you got proof that they are driving them cars? Have you got any photos of what they're wearing?
We know their general gang clothes.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
So
So
the mask and the chain and.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one experience I had with a similar situation. So we had a Evangelico previously. Okay. We had intelligence that we knew who the gang was, and we knew where the gang leader lived, separately from their compound. So myself and my CID assistant left the situation of the Evangelico, and we propped ourselves up at the building of the property where that gang leader lives, on the roof. 5 minutes after the pursuit had ended, he turned up. We instantly raided and went in and arrested. We had every single bit of Evangelico evidence that he had just done. And because we'd got enough for him to obviously raid the property on, we got the rest of the last 4 or 5 Evangelicos and guns and all sorts that he'd had in his apartment. And that is the sort of the intelligence that I'm talking about, in terms of, if we know the Joyces are doing it, we want to know where the Joyces are going with that stuff. If we know they're heading back to their compound...
But Roberts, right? We've watched the Joyces do a bobcat.
Charlie coming in with lightning bolts.
infantry,
Let's go. And
And we go on pursuit with them, or the other go on pursuit with them, and instantly lose them. Okay? Because they are using the fact is, I've got 2 hostages, I don't want them in past 10 minutes.
Okay.
So instantly they're going around the corner and we're losing them.
Okay.
So, you know, we could sit outside their compound and watch them, but they've got many high ground. They've got a crane, as you saw. I'm guessing around the back, they've got a balcony that looks over. Bear that in mind. Fudge Lane's a little bit different because in the planning of it, we've now got to look at vantage points that are good for armed officers as well. Been told we need to do that as well.
But Frank, you know there's a lot of buildings
There are
around
a lot of
Joyce's.
buildings,
There's a
but-
lot of bins that you can be hiding in. There's a lot of things that you could be doing just to be incognito, just to check to see if they're going back to that compound. Or they may be going somewhere else. The real estate will be able to tell you that. But this is where I'm just turning around and saying, is if we're building intelligence, if we know the Joyces are actively doing stuff right now, and we can give or we can get a lot of intelligence from the Joyces, then our main priority, let's go get the Joyces right now. If LC are on the back burner because you're waiting for certain things to come in, then what can we prioritize right now and get the biggest result out of? And is that Joyce's?
The Departed are doing stuff. LVP9, not really been around much. I've not really seen. But we've got the Departed that have rose up and we've got people like the TT brothers that are going around, and they're actively going around in their clothing. And I spoke to one the other day. I went, "What does TT stand for?" And the guy just ignored me.
Mhm.
But what does TT brother stand for? It's got to mean something, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And they wear yellow. Oh, it's convenient. They wear yellow. And they run at postal 142, 152. It might give me a sec. Is it 144? It's around that area. That sort of area. Yeah. You get me? The Departed. They run at 597 or 697.
Perfect. There's 5 of you on duty, and an active Angelico is happening. Split one off. Send them off. Go do your job. Tell me if they come back to that location within the next 15 minutes. Go find somewhere to sit and tell me if they come back. If they do come back, fantastic. You've got the perfect example of ready to get enough evidence to raid. You can come to me and go, right, we've just witnessed a Vangelico robbery or whatever they've just done. They've just turned back up in that property with that vehicle, and I believe they are stashing everything in that. Fantastic. You've got the photos, you've got the body cam, whatever you need, you come to me, and then I would be able to go straight to the judge and say, we've got enough evidence to raid that property. Bang, we set it up, off we go. And that's all we need. You confirming that they are entering that property after said incident with sufficient evidence, like the car they used, the outfits they were using. A photo of them time-stamped at that property after the Vangelico or the robbery or whatever it is will be enough to go in and Section 19 search them. That's what we're talking just about raids. You don't even need to have weeks and weeks of shootouts to go, yeah, we now got the evidence or whatever. You just need a couple of situations where, like for instance, we've had it multiple times where the robberies or LC, for instance, remember a couple of weeks ago or a month ago where LC used to just drive constantly back to their compound after doing stuff because they knew they were like a fortress. We will allow them to get back to a fortress if we do not step up a little bit and go, right, let's hit them while they're currently down. And if we know there are a lack of guns in the city, we know LC were very hard up with the guns. They had loads of different guns and, could fight us all night, for instance. We don't want to let it get back to that situation. We want to be on top of everyone. And if there's lots of things happening, the Joyces are constantly shot robbery and they should be raided. If LC are picking back up, most people should be raided, relatively often. I'm not saying just go kick everyone's door down each night, but I'm saying if the Joyces are actively doing stuff, we go raid them. Next week, we then focus on another gang and we put them on a bit of a back burner for a little while because we've hit them where they hurt. And we're just constantly moving around and trying to utilise what we've got. 5 CID officers should be more than ample to send 1 to find some information, 2 more to go and protect each other and do some gang affiliation or a shop robbery, find out who's doing the shop robbery, stuff like that. Welcome back, Ben.
Hello.
Please, we're here to help.
Oh my god, there's someone ringing me.
I'm not gonna lie, but that infuriated that comment, mate. So
I understand.
I understand. Blood between us, mate, but it's just infuriated me that.
I understand, Ben, but we're here to try and help. Yeah, we're not here to boil blood or anything like that.
I didn't expect someone that's below me to then call me a childish.
I'm just gonna walk away from this conversation right now.
No, it's okay.
It's fine. We're not. It's
let them talk. Let them talk. Roberts, let them talk, and I'll have a chat with you, sir.
Right.
I think that's best if they have a chat. Is that right?
Right.
Yes, mate.
How are we, James? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in, Jay.
So, I know, right? I understand that. Okay,
it's
CID
good, Nurse Felix. It's a really good game.
You've got to understand that I was running CID by myself for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
So there's changes in place now. Priesty's going to come in. Me and Priesty are going to butt heads as we get on really well, and we're going to work through doing this, and we're getting this LC raid done. Like, I get it's been in the process for 4 weeks, or 5 weeks, or 6 weeks, or whatever, but
what was said,
I've had issues, and I'm sure you're aware of that, right? So it's been put on the back burner with more intel on them, and we do need to get raids done quicker. And I understand that.
All I'm asking, Frank...
can you go on whisper, please? I can hear you.
All I'm asking, Frank, is that we've been around... Obviously, you've been head of it for 3 months, let's say. Is it around that?
Yeah, but you've got to remember, Robert. So I'm not slating anyone here, like anyone at all. I love everyone in PD. I get on with everyone in PD. Okay, we're all like a little family as PD. But essentially, I was dropped in at the deep end. You get me? I've never done. Never done CID fully before. I've only done it briefly, a little bit. Okay. I never expected to see myself in a position of where I would be help or running CID. Yeah. I never ever saw that myself, right? And obviously the changes have come in place where Priestley has been put in to support. We've done to support each other. All right.
Yep.
So a lot of changes are going to be happening over this week. This LC raid is going to be pushed. Me and him are going to go and sit somewhere.
Yep.
And we're going to plan this on a document, and then we're going to forward it to Armed, and then we're gonna forward it to you guys to check over, and then it'll be forwarded to the correct people. You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
Like it'll be put on the back burner, but like there's stuff. People have had stuff going on, and it's very frustrating. Ben has been just promoted. Hart is leaving for traffic.
He's not leaving. I've told him he's not leaving.
But we can't force him to stay.
No, but the reason he was leaving was because he felt it was a shit show and nothing was being done. And
we've offered him sergeant. We've offered him a position where he can have his say. We value his opinion because we know his past. Like I value his opinion fully. Like we're gonna offer him. We've offered him a position, not to make him stay, but it's a position that we feel that he's the right person that would fit that. And then he can work his way up to be working alongside Ben and Silver Command, of course, one day. But I don't want them two to have beef like they just did. Like Ben did lie, and I don't agree with the Ben lying situation. But I don't. What I saw is if we do weed and we grow weed, or we do weed, that's all going down like, are we then police officers? I don't want to go down the line of doing that sort of stuff. So like, can we not get someone to?
You guys,
Frank, come in?
You guys are CID, okay? You are the Criminal Investigation Department. I have obviously spoken to you previously about it. I understand that I've overseen you for a little while now, but you've not had the on the scene support. You've only had from the outskirts, of emails and stuff like that. So, I've not come down heavily. I'm just trying to bring some home truths or some experiences that I've had to improve things, and that's all it's going to be. And obviously, as we go through the next week or so and go from there, it will be trying to help implement stuff on scene now to help you out, okay? Because obviously, I felt that, and it's been mentioned elsewhere as well, that CID a little bit struggling here and there and stuff like that. You kept CID going with the lack of knowledge that you've had and put into place, and you've obviously done a great job from what you've been able to do. But it's now time that we need to obviously improve it and get it properly where it should be. And what I'm turning around and just giving you the examples of is like the situation where CID, no one's actively going out and actually looking for just basic stuff. Everyone's just worried about different gangs, but they're worried about them, but nothing's actually happening. And I'm here to try and help you guys, and you've got 11 or 12 CID officers now. That is more than ample to spread yourselves around and do different things. And Joyce's, that I should expect to see one raid a week minimum, and not just on the same gang. It's on different gangs. That's how it should be running.
Yeah, of course, but that's something that we can improve on now, as you've now come in today and told us your expectations from our overseer at CID, really, and how you want us to do things. And we can go back and look at all of this, me and Priestley, butt ahead and go, this is what needs to be done, and we'll do it.
Yep.
Like, it's happened in the past, you told us to do things, and it's happened. It's not going to get pushed to the back. I think there's a little bit of heat between Ben and Hart, because obviously Ben is afraid that Hart's going to come in and Hart's going to take his spot. That's what Ben's worried about.
If he's going to lie to us, then it's not going to last very long, is it? I've come in today knowing that CID is a little bit thing, and it's just proven my point. I shouldn't then have to be told, no, it's going really well, this is what we're doing.
Can you see a sec, guys, please? Sorry.
I shouldn't then be told, no, we're doing this, we're doing that, etc. And then someone else pulling me to side, actually, we don't do that. And
I pulled Hart, and I was like, you had, I think you might have had a bit of a head issue, and I said to Hart, no one's does the weed, like no one does.
I knew that
sort of
already,
thing.
Frank, but I just
you should have. But Ben needs to be sometimes, and I have a lot of respect for Ben, and he needs to sometimes be put in his place about doing this sort of stuff because. As police officers, and you come over and you go, oh, well, yeah, I'm doing this, this, and this, and then at the end of the day, you get caught out for it. And especially when you're a rank in a division that's essentially elite, doesn't look too good for us, does it? Because then we've got what could he? What else could he like? And then I look at it, then like a green situation. Is he lying? Is he feeding information?
I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm the commissioner.
That sort of thing.
There's 4 of us.
You never know with people, right? Like, but like I said. You get like Ben, and he's been with me for quite a long time in NHS and now PD. All he's afraid of is people jumping him, and me and Priestley, and I'm sure you might not agree with it, but me and Priestley have told him that no one will jump him. In a way, people will be brought in underneath him, but we'll have to work with whoever's brought in underneath him.
As long as you're doing your job from top to bottom, you can't go wrong.
Job. Me and Priestley now, a lot like I said, this raid's going to be planned. I've already written out groups, and I've spoken to Wallace about it, and we've written out groups of what we want, and I'll forward onto you the groups of what we want, and then if you want to be of help because you have experience with the raid, feel free to jump in and chat with us about it when we're planning it. I don't mind that.
Frank, every night I'm on now, you've got me. I'll be on the streets with you the next week or so. And actually getting involved, undercover, normal, everything. So you've got me to utilise properly, and we'll get this sorted within the week.
I want this raid done. Obviously, I'm not citing armed officers, but I've been told I need to wait essentially for some armed officers to be involved in it, and that's
as you saw though,
back in my
Frank.
mind.
As you saw, the armed officers for the last few months have been just trying to do and get on with it because there's no raids been happening. I come over to CID knowing that it's on the back burners, things are being done but they're not being done, etc. And you can kind of see why armed are just going on with it because they don't feel that CID are actually doing it. But now we're going to get on top of it, and you guys are going to be, confident enough to just build up a raid in the week, know what you need to be looking for, and getting on with it, and call in armed in. Like tonight, you say you went and did that investigation from the top of the roofs. Armed did not need to be involved in that. That's your bread and butter that you can go sit on the top. If you're using armed as backup, you're in the wrong places. You shouldn't need armed to be on there just in case it goes wrong. You should be in the right locations, knowing where to be and keeping a distance. You may not necessarily need to know who's sitting on top of the roof. You may want to know who's coming out from the building. Or you take MPAS up for a minute, have a look what's on top, and if you can get your evidence from MPAS, brilliant. If you can't, you relocate and wait for people to come in and out and get pictures of the people leaving and entering and what they look like. You then have a case from there. You may follow a few people back to certain locations and you get an idea. But it's not necessarily all about getting the whole lot of evidence in one go. CID is a lot of work for small little rewards, but they all lead to the big result at the end.
Yeah, I've already started the raid. To be fair, I've got pictures of the entrance of the Fudge Lane's our main where we need to go first.
You've started that one, but who started a raid on Joyce's? Who started a raid on Mob?
I can. No, but
This is what I'm saying, Frank. You're not.
Yeah.
You are in CID as one of the heads, but you're not the only person. You say you got 11 people. You should be able to turn around to me and say, "Yep, I know that Ben is doing this one. I know that Smith is doing that one. I know that such and such," and I'll get the information by the end of the night. You shouldn't be doing it all yourself. Every time I talk to you about raid, LC this, LC that. It's more than just LC. Joyce's, you've already told me that Joyce's are doing a lot of robberies. I should already know that you have got someone or a couple of people working on the Joyce's and you're almost ready to raid them. Because if you already know that they're doing the robberies, tell me how you know that and I'll go and authorise a raid round and we'll go raid them. but you're not giving me that information. So I need you to be delegating that to someone. And if that is high priority and you know you're about to get them, go throw a few people on it and make sure that you give them a deadline. I want a raid within the next 3 days. If you constantly know they're giving it, and they should be able to give you the results. If they're not giving you the results, you know they're not the right person.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Sweet.
sort that out. Not
Let's get
tonight, but I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
Let's
and
go
I'll
for a little
start
drive and
putting
find some
people-
more stuff, shall we?
Are you driving?
I don't mind.
Yeah, probably better you drive because then
Right.
you know.
Let's collect them all.
where things are as well, right? Oh, you got a key? No, I have.
Right, let's go. All you need is a junkie. Oh, Matrix, I need you back. Come on, get yourself in here. How you doing, buddy? Are you still doing any roofing or anything like that? Definitely need a Matrix back in here.
Come on, Benjamin. Let's go.
Sorry, I was just thinking about.
Similar.
food.
Did you two kiss and make up?
No, we've sorted it out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
right.
Robert,
No.
Listen to me. Let me speak a minute, right? I think I misheard what Robert said in regards to the weed thing. I thought Robert said, "Have we had anything to do with weed?" Not, "Have we scoped out weed?" Right? Which parts was cleared out for me. So my bad for obviously
Yeah, they do need
mishearing
some.
that.
They need some home
I thought
truths,
Robert
but
said,
they also
have we
need
had something to do
just
with
some
weed,
help.
where like we've had to deal with weed, not have we scoped out weed, which is obviously my bad, and I misheard that. So sorry, Robert, it's my bad.
No, it's fine. Like I say, the CID, we're all one big team here trying to achieve a goal. We need to make sure we trust everyone, and as we've seen with Green, trust is not there. So obviously we can't be here for trust. We as people say, "Oh, I'm leaving CID because it's boring." The only reason it's boring is because people haven't got the initiative to do stuff. You know, like me going around and just speaking to them and trying to be a default fucking Danny. I've had more enjoyment doing that than I have fucking shooting someone, you know? Because it's the fear of being, nah, mate, you ain't fucking who you think you are.
But basically, what you're saying is we need to do that more often. Is that what you're trying to say?
You're a detective. You're an investigator. You're a CID, Criminal Investigation Department. If you know there's weed on the streets, I want to know how to fucking make it. You guys, the corruption level. This is why I'm talking about elite officers within CID. CID would have the trust to be able to grow and buy some seeds and plant the fuckers and then tell me how you sell them. You know that bit of form that I sent you all, the sheets?
Yeah.
And that you fill in. I showed, well, I showed some of you. You knew what I filled in. I showed you how to make weed and fit pictures of each stage. That is because I went and brought it and planted it, fertilized it, looked after it, etc. And I could then go to any weed plot and know what day it is and everything like that. That is by me just investigating that drug. I then go naturally on my days. Like now, you know, I'm a CID officer. I'm not worried about going on to duty and worrying about the police. Unless we've got 4 people in the city on duty, I don't need to worry about being a response officer. My duty is trying to drive around and find the little nooks and crannies that we have, like these side streets, and find out if there is any random cars there. If there is, or there's a group of people, then you fly around the block a few times and work out what they're doing. Or you then go and pitch yourself up a G1 or something and just go, "Hello, mate. Looking to buy anything?" And then some people may talk, some people will go, "Oh, fuck off, mate." But you're looking to be just this undercover person that no one knows about. And sure enough, I've just done that. I've given out my no, I didn't give him the number, but someone's given me the number. I've checked his number on mine and I arrested him the other day. But you know, the adrenaline rush that I've just had from doing that is crazy, because I needed to get out of there as quickly before he clocked who I was. And you know, by me just doing that one tour, I found out more information about the mob than, you know, I would have done if I had just sat on a rooftop for 3 hours looking at them. And that's all we're asking to do, you know. We're not asking, you're not a response officer anymore. You're a CID operator. Go and find the information and go and worry about your gang. If you've got a gang that you're dealing with, like LC, for instance, that's what Frank's dealing with Priestley. If you're you have the initiative and say, right, as Frank just said, the Joneses or whatever they're fucking Joyces, they've been doing a lot of stuff. You should be getting a priority and going, fucking hell, right. They've been doing lots of robberies. I want to raid them within a week. So I'm going to go everything I can. As soon as I get on duty, I'm going to go find out information I can. I'm going to go speak to different people and try and offer them incentives to give me up some ideas of them, of what they're doing. And then I'm going to go and hide out and keep an idea on their compound and see what they get up to. I'm then going to liaise with the police officers that are on duty. When shop robberies come in, I'm going to check on my tablet and find the cameras, and if I recognise anyone in them clothes or whatever, then I'm going to go and stake out where they live. You know, we have Jack Dom that does a shitload of robberies. Sometimes get caught, sometimes he doesn't. Do we know where he lives? Or where he hides out?
And obviously where the compound is that he's part of.
Do we know that?
Yeah. Yeah, we know where the compound is. It's the one near the old Evangelicos.
Okay, so we know that. Do we know where his apartment is?
I don't, but I don't know if others do.
Okay, well, I'd like to think if someone knew, they'd be putting it in that document that I put out. But this is what I'm saying, you know, if you look on the MDT, if you look on the cameras or you listen on radio and they know it's a Jack Dom or whatever, or have a suspicion it could be Jack Dom, CID, why don't you go and hide out near their compound and wait to see if they return? And then if you do, you get pictures of them returning in the car and stuff like that, in their uniform. Bang! That's all you need for a raid. You then jump on and go, right, I need a meeting straight back at PD now, with all armed officers and everyone, and you go and do a raid. He's just walked himself back into his apartment, still wearing the same clothes, the same car, and you go and raid him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, my apologies for getting that wrong, Roberts.
It's all good. I'm here to help. I'm not here to piss anyone off, or I'm just wanting to give my little bit of information that I've got, that I know, my experience. So we know, let's do that quickly while we're waiting. We know, so we've just spoken, the mob, for instance, down on by Grove Street.
Yeah.
They're giving out stuff. So how much, so obviously the big ball here that we use as our intelligence on how to get up on the building, right? So if we want to check out Grove Street, we come and sit on top of this building.
Yeah, Mega Mall.
You've been on top of here, yeah? And
I've been on top of here before, yeah.
Went to well, we know the before, when MO7 had the compound, when I first ever started CID, gates that are in now where they are at, you get me?
Yeah.
You could go into the I guess we go.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate, you okay? The randomer. It's a bit weird, isn't it? That's definitely...
Just to let you know, Roberts, we're on the roof.
Yeah, copy that. I'm just... it's just a rather well-dressed local.
That's a person.
But, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, but...
Yeah, it's not a local, that's an actual, like...
Yeah, but that's why I'm thinking, you know, why is he there? What's he looking for? I hope so. I hope so. I hope they're getting promoted. I'm up to the top.
Approach this guy.
Can't lie, but I ran around Megan, we're trying to find a way up because that guy's standing there. I don't know if he's watching.
There's someone down there. You're not coming up to the top?
Who's that?
You lot.
Yeah, I was trying to.
You waving in his face, Ben?
I was trying to get up there without being seen. 'Cause that guy was standing there. I didn't know if we were.
Ben, why are you standing next to him?
Just having a chat with him.
Is he talking? What's he saying?
Saying he's new around there.
What, so exactly what I've just done, is it?
I said to him, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm just new around here."
Hmm, okay. Bro, I wouldn't get too close like that.
Oh yeah.
You're in bright yellow, by the way.
Yeah.
You're in bright yellow. I wouldn't get too close to the edge.
Somebody in the car park, so I'm not going to approach.
He seems to be not talking again.
Yeah, that's why we just try to avoid him as best as we can, 'cause you never know if he's a lookout.
Yeah.
Right, so we're on top of here, right? We've got perfect view of their compound.
The only issue that I have with this place is when I first joined CID, and this was January.
On top of the mega.
When me and you remember Cash, Johnny Cash?
Yep.
Anyone actually know where the nearest vending machine is?
When we
Grocery shop.
when we
just
when we come up here, they could see us from the cul-de-sac, and we were sitting about here as well, and they could still see it. Quite mad.
Only if you're standing up.
Yeah, me and him were laying down though, but they could still see us. It was quite mad actually.
Right, okay, what clothes are you in? Because if you're in bright yellow like you are, then it's going to be obvious. If you're a little bit more plain clothed, let's say.
It was my first day on CID, and he told me just to get in the car with him, so I did, and I didn't know we were doing an undercover operation, and we both got caught up here with our gear on us.
Right, okay.
So I've learnt my lesson is to always drop my gear off of me if I go fully undercover.
And always wear yellow.
And always, yeah, alright. At least I'm on duty all the time, mate. At least I put. No, I'm joking. No. But yeah, I didn't know what we were doing today.
No, I'm like I say, I'm just trying to do different things to try and gauge what you do and what you haven't done yet.
Obviously, it's different to what you're used to in a way, if I could say that, if you get what I mean. It's going to be different, isn't it? And it's going to be, how it was built up here, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've followed in the footsteps of D'Amico. You remember D'Amico?
Yeah.
Well, he's still in PD. And how he did it. So that's how I'm trying to do things, but I just realised.
Safe to come on the Mega Mall roof, or do you want us to just
Yeah, we're gonna come down now anyway, but yeah, it is safe up here at the moment.
That's fine. We'll just stay down there and just have a little walk around the train station.
Right, let's get out of it. But yeah, sometimes what was previous is not always the best, is it? That's why we're looking to try and help improve. But yeah, we've got this place here to look. You could also potentially look over there in the buildings. You can get up on the compound.
Yeah, but in there, there's another little gang house, if you'd like to call it that.
Right.
Because me, Fuller, and Goose got caught in there the other day when someone left it unlocked.
Right.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, it was a little bit dodgy. They left it unlocked, so we went in because we thought it was like an open house.
Where's the car?
Still
Around
with
the
that guy.
No, it's around the front.
Of Mega Mall.
Just trying different things with him, chat, for now. Just opening up a little bit of a of an eye opener.
Let's park in.
Yeah, I parked it like this, so it looked abandoned.
Like you stole it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, behind us, behind us. Just doing a little bit of an eye opener so we can obviously go.
That's nice of you.
To be fair, both
Nice
of you
to
stick out like a sore thumb. Yellow top on your cargo trousers. First thing I see. Yeah, no, of course it is. I wasn't trying to
close
be.
the doors, I can't lie.
I wasn't trying to
air
like
fresh.
be there all night and just. I was literally just opening
I
up
think
the.
Roberts is there, parted on the back of it.
Oh, have I?
No, I should
Stinks,
press
mate.
then.
Someone's just been talking shit.
What?
Well, literally as well, but okay, we won't bring that up. Anyway, if we notice, go straight forward, Remy Hart. We've noticed now that the LVP9 used to own. Keep going, keep going. To our left, which would have been left, now, it's gone.
Okay.
I mean, due to obviously they've moved. But there was a compound over back there as well, but I don't know who owned that.
Yeah, I
Is
wasn't
that
planning
still
on
there?
being undercover
No.
necessarily. I'm just looking at different routes or different
Weird how the gang
buildings
compounds
for
are like
a real short
together.
period of time tonight,
Back
just
into
to
it, just got to think about
give an idea of what needs to happen. We've obviously already done a bit of a kick up the arse and gone. You don't even know where weed is. You don't even know where this is. Like what? So you know, hopefully that will be a
friend
bit
of
of a
mine.
spur to pick up.
The one who I was talking about the weed location with, and he said he's obviously he's quite concerned about his identity, so he only wants to deal with me,
Yeah, fine.
which is going to be a bit awkward with me not in the division. But I'm happy to relay information, I guess.
Collection of shit haircuts. Wow. Are you a civ? No, I'm head of PD. I'm head of PD, but right now we're doing some undercover investigation stuff with CID.
Anything else we need to touch base on while we're together?
I think I've said quite a bit tonight. I don't want to overload.
No, it's definitely needed. Good kick up the arse, definitely.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate that.
You're more than welcome, mate.
No worries.
I can assist at any time with a good old kick up the arse.
I can kick you up the arse out of the division if you want. Oh no, you're going anyway.
You don't need to, mate. I've already.
Yeah.
I've left on my own accord.
We haven't left yet. You're still here, so pipe down, sunshine, and we'll talk about it later on. Who's this?
Yeah, hopefully, Matrix. Do please DM me in my Discord.
Hello,
I'd like.
Hello, mate. You alright?
Quite like a better chat.
Yeah, you're PD officers, aren't you?
Glad you commit your own guess.
Probably have to kill you if I told you.
I was just wondering if you could help me with a hunting license.
Oh, well, that's not our domain. Sorry.
Is that firearms?
Yeah, I'll get someone to come and speak to you, mate. No problem. If not, I'll do it
Thank
myself.
you very much. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll wait by the front then.
107 to any active firearm officers.
This guy needs a fucking repair.
Oh, sorry, radio check. Secondary.
Hey, Roberts, I was just busy processing someone.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Is anyone available to potentially do a hunting license?
Yes, I could sell that out. Are they up in reception now?
I'll send them up to the reception. Yeah, I'm just out with CID at the moment.
See, Roberts, I'll sell it out.
Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Yeah, head to the reception, mate.
Thank you.
No worries.
I'll ask him. Roberts.
Yeah.
What did you mean by when Hart's was going to traffic? You said no, he's not. What did you mean by that?
As in, the reason Hart is leaving because he wasn't happy with the current division as it is, but
he has, as it explained to me. I'm sorry, I'm not talking for you, Hart. And I know you can talk for yourself. So I know you're a big boy, but he did say he wants to branch out to different places. He's made the friends. He's made connections with people in PD that he feels like he can move on. And I have stated to him that if he does want to come up to see the TRD, it won't be an application basis. It will be that he can approach me on pre-C and we'll just sort him out that way, sort of thing. That's the only fair option, if you get me.
okay. Well, Hart, obviously it's up to you entirely, whatever you would like to do, but we're working on this. I'm going to obviously be doing everything I can to work and improve this unit. If you're leaving because you feel that obviously the unit is how it is, but if you're willing to stick around and obviously help us all improve and get better, and you're enjoying and liking the changes and improvements, then you want to stay, then I'd be more than appreciated of it.
I'll have to put some thought into it.
I'll be completely honest with you. I am trying my best. And now Precy's at the top. It should turn to make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, we had a chat earlier, Hart, didn't we? I'm sure after our chat, I'm sure things might sway you a little bit more, but that's obviously down to yourself.
I've got to pick like a balance, you know, between enjoying myself and you know, and it not becoming too much of a chore to come on duty sort of thing.
Excuse me. You throw into something all day. That's not a chore. I'm sure when you come on duty, you don't.
But it's only a chore at the moment because we've established that the proper CID work isn't being done, and the CID work that we're talking about is some of the kicking up the arses that I've obviously explained tonight, and I'm sure it may become more enjoyable as you realise and venture into the CID work that should be done.
But as I said, Hart, as I said to you the other day when I spoke to you in the office.
Welcome in, thank you very much for the follows on TikTok.
If you do ever want to come back to CID, if you do make the choice to go to traffic,
yeah, good old Scotty.
If you do want to come
There's
back
a few
to
coming over Matrix
then
actually.
It's more of a approach to me, Precy, right, and
Gramps
say, look, I want to come back because every time I want to come back in, sort of thing. Yeah, like.
Who else was here? From Spora?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of factors that go into it.
Stan was here, Stan Brand. I don't know if he's coming back or not, but he was here for a little while.
A lot of different
you told me you
factors,
made connections with people like Jim Dog, etc. That sort
yeah,
of thing.
I've known Jim Dog for a long time, yeah. But there's lots of different things that factor into it rather than just I want to drive a fast car. You know what I mean?
Of course, there's many things. I'm sure, hopefully, over the next week while you're waiting, if you're starting to see any differences or stuff like that, and you might feel like you enjoy it more, then yeah, we'll go from there.
I'm in the position at the moment where, you know, obviously my word does, I'd say, go a long way in CID. I do get listened to, but it's just once a thing is set in place, I don't want to overstep my rank and say no, we should be doing this instead, because I'll come across like a bit of a knobhead.
Yeah, but what you've got to think, Hart, is if you have any ideas and stuff, and you want to think, obviously just speak to me, and obviously I can have my opinion on it and stuff like that. Mate, like when we had the chat earlier, mate, you threw some decisions over and some questions, and queries, and I agreed with you on them all.
As I said, CID's not a. Sorry, CID's not a division where, you know, someone's better than someone else. Yeah. Obviously, you've got the command structure. Obviously, that are set in place as usual for PD.
How are you doing, Trent? Good to see you, buddy.
And then, yeah. So you remember, your opinion does matter because we're only a compact little division. You get,
but that's the thing. Like, it's all well and good saying that my decision matters and all that, but ultimately, when it's time for you and Priestley and Ben to go and have these little meetings that you have, I'm just sat there like a donut waiting for you to come out of the room. You know what I mean?
There's some things that we need to talk about as a command structure. Like, you know, like this whole other thing's going on. It's now primarily a gold and a red thing. Yeah. There's some stuff that we need to talk about as command, and.
So let's just take that as an example then. So why are you waiting at the room? What are you waiting for them to come out of the room for? Just an example. I'm just throwing that over to you now.
Well, it would mainly be because we'd probably be double stacking. So it would like be, say for instance, there's 4 of us. There'd be 2 of us. We'd be built. I'll try again. We would both be double stacking.
Yeah.
And then there would be a meeting called. So we're all at the police station. Priestley, Tomlin, and Ben go in this room, and I'm sat there waiting for my double crew to come back.
Right. So could that be a situation where either yourself or one of them members who are double crewing with you say, look, we're going to be in here for a certain period of time. Do you want to go out and gather something else? And then obviously you could go out and people aren't waiting around. You go out and just go meet people or go find something out or do something. And then when they come available again, then obviously you meet back up or you carry on as it is. Because, you know, some meetings may take 5 minutes, some meetings may take longer. But if you're if Frank or if you're having a meeting and people are waiting on you, then just obviously just speak to people and say, look, delegate and say, look, do you want to go out and do this or go find this while we're waiting, and then you come find each other. rather than people just sitting
Sure,
around
I
waiting.
mean, yeah.
This is the whole point. We've got, we're talking about 11 or 12 people in the division. We're only got 5 or 6 active at a time, but if 4 of them are sat in the PD waiting or chatting or waiting for other people, and the productivity of that is not really good, is it? Whereas if we turn around and say, okay, you're busy for a little while, let me go out and pick my feet up and go do some stuff on my own for a little while, or if I've got a case that I'm working on my own, as you all should anyway, you can go and just catch up on that. What else can you find, or what can you look for? And just while you're waiting, and then when they're finished, wow, that's a right hook.
That's all right. I know where I'm wanted.
Oh, I just want to see your full dead. Honestly, I want to see if I must, just get the shine. Carry on.
But there's always situations out there that where may need a detective, or may need forensic, or may even go undercover and do something while you're waiting. Go speak to a few different people. You get what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah. I know what you mean, and it makes sense, and it's the correct thing to do. Really, I should be going state 2, but it's just a feeling about being undervalued in the division more than anything.
Yeah, but as I stated, like, there's time that we got to have our chats. Like I said, I value your opinions. I pulled you yesterday, and I said I value your opinion. But there's times where the people that sit in the top positions have got to have that chat, haven't they? Of course, and make a decision and stuff. Primarily.
Well, I mean, yeah, but in a situation that regards other officers and whether they're staying in the police, then yeah, I'd understand. But I thought you would at least trust me with whatever else you're going to be talking about when it's not regarding someone's job. You know what I mean?
Well, you're only aware of that because obviously you was one of the officers that were there, right?
Well, yeah.
So you're aware of that.
Pretty much everyone knows the situation with Green anyway. I mean,
yeah.
Listen, we know. I have to have it sometimes with the Red Command, or I have to go speak to certain officers about certain things, and obviously some officers may not be needed just because it's regarding a random subject that doesn't need everyone to be in the room. But that's what we're talking about. If Frank needs to have a chat with one of his higher ups at the time over just a random situation or whatever, then it doesn't need everyone there at the time. So that's where it does require the higher ups, like Frank, like Priestley, to have the initiative, and also the other officers to go, okay, well, I'm not needed here, I'm going to go state 2 and do some my own stuff. Or Frank or Priestley to turn around and say, right guys, just going to have a quick chat with X, Y, and Z. Do you want to go out and do your own investigation work, and then I'll give you a call once I'm ready. You will have them sort of situation, them times that you'll need to do that. That's fine. And we just need that initiative of, we've got 5 on.
Smells like Davidoff hot water. Let's get out of here. It smells like cheese.
It's not the matter of it's quote unquote a secret meeting, and I'm going to say it's that we need to chat.
Not impressed.
It's not about you, because if I had an issue with you, and I'm sure many people know this, Ben knows this, I'm sure Robertson now knows this, I will straight up go to you that I have a problem with you.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm not that person to
you
sit
don't
there
even
and go,
need to have a chat with a sergeant. If you want to have a chat with Priestley and you're Tomlin, you should just be able to have a chat. You don't need to have everyone there.
I know that.
Or if you want to have a chat as 3 people or with an inspector.
Like I said, I value your opinion.
You don't need everyone there as thing.
As well, because Priestley's known you a bit more than I have, so I'm still getting to know you as well.
Like if I'm double crewed with a random officer and I need to go and speak to
a position, but you're in 2 minds of where to go.
Let's just say as a
well, no, like I said, I couldn't.
I'll tell the officer.
About rank. It doesn't
I'm aware of this.
I'll come pick you back up. You go
But
state 2, grab a car out, and I'll meet you at the end.
At the minute,
I've done that many times with Whitlock.
Due to the changes,
I've done it with loads of people. You don't need to just sit outside waiting. Just go and do your normal duties and then come back.
Ranking system? Our command structure. Rank? Why did I say rank? And then you're the only person that would fit in that position, because you're the one that's got your head screwed on.
The city is identical framework, yes, but this city has 200 people in per night. I'm not sure what score it has now. But yeah, this city, there's quite a lot more, I believe, quite a lot more scripts and stuff. And active stuff like Fire Brigade and stuff like that. I'm not sure if Scorer has that from... It certainly didn't when I was around then.
Talking about you.
That was a long time ago.
It's talking about other people in CID. And obviously
thank you everyone for the follows as well. Welcome in.
It needs to be sorted out primarily because it's now a gold and a red.
I do model on Z model.
Like I stated to you the other day, or was it yesterday that happened? If we need you, we'll
I
call
remember
you
the
and
score
you'll probably
days,
be
yeah.
asked to have a
You get old
statement
score
of what
days.
happened. Because we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
need other
good. That's
people's
what you
side of
want,
the story
scorer.
as well.
You do want scorers to
And
be
what
popping
you
off.
saw of the event
100%.
leading up to it.
You know, I have.
Alright, well,
I left on good
I'll
terms.
just leave it with
and
this.
Scorers are good.
Is that, personally, I think if given the time, I'm able to make things happen and push for raids and things like that. But I'm not in a position to be pulling strings and giving orders.
I've just said
want
to
you
Frank.
to-
Sorry,
I
I'll
want
just
you-
step
sorry.
in there, Frank, if you don't mind. I just said to Frank a minute ago, "What have you got an LC?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for preset, etc." Okay, so what have you got on Joyce's? He said, "Well, I'm just concentrating." Well, you've got more officers. If Frank needs to do the delegating, he needs to turn around to his officers and say, "Right, Hart, Joyce's. He's just told me that Joyce's are regularly committing shops, and he knows that from the cars, everything. Hart, it's your time to shine here. I want a raid by what day? We're Saturday. I want a raid by Wednesday. Get me everything you've got on Joyce's and get me everything for a raid. I want to know. I want pictures and I want 2 confirmed times that they've done a shop robbery and they've gone back and stored stuff in the location and anything you have on that property. I'm sure you'll have that in your head and go, brilliant, right, I've now got something, and you should be able to be trusted and gone away with it, and by Wednesday you'd have had on your desk, or Tuesday or whatever, on the desk with a whole plan in action of every crime they've committed, who is in the gang, what you're looking for, and where they store all the stuff. Is that a fair comment to say?
Okay, right, let's do this now then. Hart.
I would say that if I had a checklist of exactly what I'd need to gather,
yep,
like a criteria,
yep,
for us to push a raid, I'd say that 100% I'd be able to do it.
Perfect.
But on that note, I'm not going to commit myself to anything when I don't know my future in the division.
I know, but the thing is,
Right,
you are
hang
still
on.
in the division, so at the moment you should be 100% committed regardless. But what I'm also turning around and saying is I don't mind throwing out a checklist of what I would expect for a raid, but that's what I'm saying. That should be happening. We've got 11 people in. I already said previously that everyone has their own stuff to work on, so that should be just a case of, right, you go do that, and and I want to raid back by that time, and here's your checklist, and then, you know, Ben, go give me everything on the mob.
Firstly, sorry, I'm going to butt in here. Firstly, I think a checklist would help everyone anyway, in regards to that. If I don't know myself, well, obviously I believe I have the mafia because I used to have LC, but and I scoped all the stuff out with that, scoped out for 3 hours. But Frank's obviously planning something here.
2 seconds, I need to grab a drink.
So that's obviously I've then moved to the mafia now.
Hello.
However, I personally think, Robert, a checklist would help everyone anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if I went tomorrow and spent my shift, I don't know, 2 hours or 3 hours,
who are you?
scoping out a certain area of the Google Maps, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Then if I don't know, you said, oh, you need to get 6 photos of the vehicles that they use.
I'm needed.
This and that. I could probably
I'll
go
chat
and
to
do
you in a
that.
minute.
However, I think because we haven't got anything like that, it's a bit. No offense, Robert, but I think it's just a bit like harder for us. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously we gather as much information as we can, but then we don't gather as much that we actually require.
But you're a bright lad, aren't you? And
Yeah.
you've got common sense. You would roughly know what you would need in order for us to go, yep, that's good enough for a raid.
Oh mate, I scoped out LC. Frank will tell you this for 4 hours of the other week. I literally sat there and took probably, I don't know, 60, 50, 40 photos of the vehicles and all the people I saw in the area during that 3 hours. And I've already told Frank I would happily sit on the roof for 3 hours scoping out an area. I don't mind that. That's why I signed up for CID to investigate.
Yo, let's come in on the raid.
Let's
How are we doing? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll
You
get a
got until Monday,
checklist.
right?
No problem.
For your decision. Actually, you said to me Monday, yeah?
Well, I was supposed to be told tonight, to be honest, but Monday, I think it might be now, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
for
more than happy
the
to
remaining
check
of this, can you
Hello,
look
Stop
around
Gaming,
the
how we
choices for
doing?
me?
I could do that, yeah.
Again, this is what I do.
Yeah,
so
Curry,
if we
it's,
want
you know,
to put
CID
this into a
can be, but
checklist,
this is,
what
you're
they
going to
wear,
see more and more.
Who's in the gang?
Proper
So type in Joyce and you'll probably get the majority of the choices because they're all
CID
Joyces.
words. that's actually doing stuff. But
the cars they drove,
I'm hoping for them last 2 hours of us
the
talking,
like
it's
the
been really
compound locations
productive,
and any other properties
and
they
you've
own, right?
enjoyed the productive
Intel.
side
Yeah,
of it as well.
We need intel on a criteria to raid their place, not what they look like.
Are we doing good
But
to
we
see,
need
Linky?
to, okay, but get their names in and what, like who they are then. So go around to their compound and look at the front and take a picture of the gate. If they've got a rear entrance, take a picture of that, and then label that at the front and the rear entrance. Vantage point is for arms, and then we'll push on that.
So I'll just give you a little bit of a heads up before the checklist is posted later. I expect with a checklist, before we even look to raid, is a few things. Where the compound is, the entrances, the exits, the high points, the low points, and where everyone can be situated. That's for armed purposes sort of thing, for when you happen with the raid. Also want to know who may be in that, and where their other locations are around. So you'd obviously use the real estate for that, and we can obviously put you in touch with real estate and stuff like that. Then the next point of view is, why are we raiding? And then, sorry, Costa, are you needing us for anything before I know you're standing there?
I had a question. I heard something, and I'm gonna wait till you're done.
Okay, no problem. So as I was saying, the following on to the checklist, why are we raiding them? Are we raiding them because we feel like it, or are we raiding them because we've actually got evidence on them? We only are able to do that once we've got evidence, and the evidence we're looking for is as simple as, what have they been doing? If they've been committing the robberies, stuff like that, let's get some photos of them in their uniform, in the cars that you're using, and then also get them out and about on the streets to confirm matching identities, and see if we can get them going back into the compound to where they store the stuff, because there's no point us going and raiding the compound because we've got intelligence on it if they don't even store the stuff there. So
we'll need something that links them to that place. That's the main issue that we've got at the moment.
Linking them to the place. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. Is if real estate have got it. Real estate should have every location that everyone owns, because they obviously pay council tax. So they're going to have that, and they're going to have who owns that. So you can speak to real estate and get that information. Secondly, you'll be able to know that from just general observations of the area. If you're watching cars go in and out of there, work out what cars are going in and out of there, what uniform they're wearing, who is going in and out, and if you can maybe follow them, or do general observations, or just go and chat to different people around the city as well and try and get information that way.
I've got something for you, Hart, right? I've got something massive for you. So, I own Benny's.
Right.
Right. Benny's have got a role, right, called security. From that,
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy.
They employ. Obviously, I'm not a part of this, by the way, before you start investigating me. But Bella, who the primary owner of Benny's is, she's employed the Joyces to do that sort of stuff. So there's one other thing linked to it. Sorry, I did blank out a little bit there. Just trying to do something. But yeah, you get me. So that sort of thing. Who are they linked to? They're linked to. Who's out the door?
So what you just told me is that Benny's have a security role and they employ the Joyces.
Oh, yeah. Why is that funny?
Well, that's just going to give me a location of where they might be.
Yeah, and they could be there.
Well, they won't be committing crime while they're getting their cars fixed, will they?
But they could be wearing their colours, because obviously a lot of gangs go around wearing their colours to represent themselves. You could go into Benny's for a quick repair and see, oh, hang on a minute, that guy's wearing a mask. Who's that guy?
But don't forget, I've gone into McDonald's, I've spoken to McDonald's people, and they've told me what gang they work for. Is a mechanic potentially going to do that if you're a new person?
Yeah, I get, because most people go to mechanics, right? Like I said to you earlier on when you asked me that little thing we did. You said, where's a good place to make money?
They asked me to go. They said, maybe your best bet to find this information is go to a mechanic. They even told me that. If you want to know anything in the city, go to speak to a mechanic.
Yeah, so mechanics is probably the place to probably go around and talk to people, Hart.
Oh, so what did you want to say? Sorry, I don't want to keep you any longer.
No, keep what? Carry on, because as Hart did say, this is a massive kick up the arse for CID to move forward. Is Oatmeal waiting for anyone? Is he waiting for you, Costa?
No.
Well, I'm not sure if I already said it, but I think one thing that is stopping raids from happening is people afraid of the external repercussions of doing something without having the correct evidence.
I'll put a checklist together, which will give a good insight of what you can and can't do, and hopefully with that, as long as them, don't forget you can't raid unless we've authorized it anyway. So it would be on our head regardless. If a big raid is going to happen, we need to be informed. We need to sign it off, and then the relative people will need to be told about it before it even goes ahead. So the repercussions are not necessarily going to be there because it's all going to be above board anyway. The only time that it's not above board is when the smaller places get done over and they're not consulted by us. I personally will turn around to you guys and say, regardless of whether small or big, they will need to be authorized by one of us in order to hit it hard, because we will take the flak for it. I've always said from day one that I've been here that I will look after every single one, providing they follow the rules and follow their training plan. Do that, I will back you to the high heavens. Start going raiding places when you're not allowed to, or you've not got the sufficient, just because they're pissing you off. I can't back you.
Twitter.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Scroll down, Harry Joyce, right? Where is that picture taken? Is that taken in that compound? Because there's two other cars in the background that are bright red. So there's stuff like that as well, Twitter posts. You can use that as your intel, stuff like that. Just to, where's that taken? Like, can you go and look around their compound and get up and close personal to that gate and see if that's in their compound? Because I know there is. When that used to be open, there is a car park there, isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, the Joyce compound does have a car park underneath.
Thank you. See, why are you not showing CID, Costa?
Well, I can tell you different things anyway. I speak to a lot of criminals. I've got someone from the mafia that wants a car.
Oh, that's mine. Let me take that. Let me have that information.
But you guys should just be going out and speaking as well, You're in
Yeah,
these plain clothes. Go speak to people. You've got money in a bank that we can give you to be able to give people informant money if need be.
Go bowling.
Well, if you want to go bowling, go bowling. But
Are you going to say bowling?
You want to go bowling?
Bowling?
Why do you want to go? Who said they want to go bowling?
No, Robert said we got loads of money, so I said, can we go bowling? Put 10k on Robert's losing.
Right, let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
Because I need to do one, but Costa.
Do you drive this around when you're on CID under car stuff?
No.
You're
on about this car?
Yes, this blue PD, very clear PD car.
No, we usually just take a personal car. Unless we're riding around with our vests on, do you know what I mean, on top of this.
You guys need like gangster car.
Well, okay, that's alright.
Gangsters are gonna use, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll buy a G-Wagon.
Well, I have a G-Wagon.
I've got a G-Wagon.
I think I have.
I've got a G-Wagon, but I can't remember where I put it.
I've got a range somewhere. I've got a what's it called? Vauxhall Corsa somewhere.
Right, can I leave you with what I've said tonight?
Yes, Roberts. Appreciate your time tonight, mate.
Can I just say as well, Roberts is right. Talk to mechanics. Mechanics talk like to everyone. Like they are like the go-to people. To if you want like basic information.
I did have
Roberts. When are we going to see you next?
Right.
Like next 2 weeks or okay, no.
Right. Oh fuck! Wrong person. Wrong person. Shit.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Art.
You got the repercussions for that, and now you feel bad.
I do. Yeah. Come on, Hart. Come on.
Had enough.
Twice.
I mean, it's a valid point though, because it's like, when are we going to see you again? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, well.
You're a fucker. I'm on like 3 to 4 nights a week.
Oh bullshit!
You're acting like I'm on like
7 days a night, right? 7 days a night.
Yeah,
7 days a
some of us
night.
have to work.
Every
You know?
week. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay,
7
no, I get
days a
that.
night.
7. Shut up, mate. Hang on a minute. Fuck your hat.
Alright,
Right.
yeah, stay at 11. Bye bye.
He's been punching them the last 5 minutes by 2 people.
Right, I'm going because I've got to be on the road in the morning early. I'll leave you with that thought, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, are you gonna put the checklist out, or are you gonna forward it to me and proof it?
I'll put it out if you want.
And then.
I don't
Sorry?
mind. I'm
cut
up to you. I can put it out if you want me to.
Yeah, no, whatever you want to do. If you want to forward it to us, and then we'll forward it to us, and then we'll chat with you about it if you want, and then is that okay? Because
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
No problem.
Worries.
Right. It was lovely talking to you all. I'm just going to eat all my food before.
All right. See you later. See you in 2 weeks, Commish.
Oh, I swear to God, that guy's
Just quickly, before you run away,
Yeah.
Can we have a time frame of this checklist?
I'm hoping. Well, it'll be 20 minutes to him, I'm sure, and then what he does with it from there. But
wow. Wow.
Can you send it to me? Can you send it to me directly by any chance?
Yeah, it'll be well. If Frank wants me, I'll just post it straight away to everyone in the emails. But it's up to Frank whether he wants to add anything on top of it.
Yes, send it to me first. We'll talk about it, and then we'll post it in the email.
And then he'll post it 3 weeks later.
There we go.
then...
Is that okay? No,
Yeah, that
honestly.
Sounds about right.
If it's not up by tomorrow, Hart. If it's not up by the time I get on tomorrow night, then someone's getting
Sack
sacked.
him. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's
Right,
better. There we
sweet.
go.
It's
Now we're talking.
It's because Hart, personally,
Now we're cooking with gas.
It's because Hart, you want my position. I know. Don't worry about it.
Mate, like I just said to you, I could not care less about a rank. I've been there and done it.
No, it'll be posted tonight, but I'm not atting everyone tonight, so it'll be put somewhere where it's safe. Alright, I'm not.
Did you know? If you do this thing right, you know you have like in the emails you have at here, at everyone. Did you know if you do at silent, it doesn't go ba-ding?
He is right as well. He is right with that.
Wait, where the fuck has that been all my life?
he
I'm
is
using that all
right.
the time.
Okay, I'm going.
Take
It was
care,
a
mate.
good,
Have a good
productive
evening.
night, and I've enjoyed spending it with you. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do some more.
I wouldn't mind having your job, Roberts. Just get paid for talking. So, must
Well,
be good.
You know, if people did the job, then I wouldn't have to talk
I
as
want to
much,
say
would
it, but
I?
I might get suspended.
Oh, do you know what? That's
I might get suspended for what I say, but I don't want to say it. Right, have a good
Go on,
night,
Green.
Robert.
Say
Hold
it.
on, ready?
Go on, Green.
Shots fired. Anyway,
Yeah,
good night.
Talking shit, yeah? No.
Yeah, I'll take you on. I'll fucking knock that out off ya. Right, good night.
Oh.
Spicy.
Take care, Robert.
Fans.
Oh, hello, here's another one. How are we doing?
Alright, blood.
Shit stirrer.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Look at shit stirrer. Tell you what, I'll swing your jaw.
Fuck, did you hear that? Shit, sorry.
Whitlock's
Oh,
offering
no.
tickles.
He can't even shoot a gun straight, so I wonder if he could punch straight.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna pick your bottom lip up. Nice to see you all.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, mate.
Violation. Right, guys, I've enjoyed myself tonight. Hopefully, you guys have as well, because it's been a lot of talking, but I'm hoping you guys have sort of had a bit of an insight to what CID should be like, and you'll see a lot of better things to come. And over the next few nights, we're going to be actually doing some CID stuff, not just talking. We're actually going to be putting what we've been talking about into practice. So, yeah, regardless of whether it's talking or not talking, you will see a lot of cool things happening soon. Jacob coming in with the 6 roses, and then the 4 roses. Thank you so much. Frodo, no, he hasn't yet. No, nothing active. I would love to stay on, but I am travelling to Gloucestershire in the morning at 8 o'clock, so I can't come on board, unfortunately, and stay any longer. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm going to sleep behind the wheel, and I'm going to crash. So we're going to head off. Let's go show a huge appreciation to another commissioner, Mr. Dubak. He is currently streaming at the moment. He's been on for quite a while, actually, I think. Mr. Wallace. So please go show some love to him. And we will be back live tomorrow night around 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on what time I get back from, obviously, the horse trials. But I will look forward to seeing it all tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. Yeah, I'll be in there for a minute, Martin, doing this checklist. So I need your help with that, actually. So I will see it all tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Let's go.
In 2-3 days of RP, since the guns have like drastically dropped, RP's been a lot better, not gonna lie.
Somebody get some goddamn help up in here being raided by these goddamn fucking aliens. I don't know where the hell they came from, but we need to get rid of them.
It's the boy Deggy! Holy guacamole.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it.
It's Deggy himself. Guys, if you don't know who the fuck Deggy is, you're gonna find out real fucking quick who Deggy is. Go and give him a follow. Go and say hello. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Been having a couple of beers on the stream this evening, and we're currently munching a nice creamy cheesesteak from takeaway, because that's what we do.
Good evening.
It's Electrics, majorly
Good
high
evening.
RP,
How are we?
Oh my god, so many of you, a bunch of legends. Welcome in, welcome to the stream. Jack Dom's not departed anymore, thank God for that.
How are we?
How are we?
Guys, welcome in, thank you very much for joining us.
A bunch of sulking babies.
Who? CID?
Yeah.
You've been listening to it all night, yeah?
Deggy, hurry up and sort my application. It's fucking waiting me on that.
Honestly, I knew tonight I'd be fucking like tearing my arsehole out, or I'd be tearing them new arseholes because, honestly.
Fucking hell. Fucking sorry, please, out Deggy ramming me on a motorbike.
Ah, it's not my problem. You probably deserved it. I don't know. I'll have a look.
Over Los Santos Freeway, fuck's sake.
He doesn't even have his oh, I guess he can't technically.
Where the casino is, left. Los Santos Freeway.
Oh my gosh, everybody's working, but nobody's actually working because they're all racing.
Southwest man correction. 6 follows in 3 minutes, I know, right? He's departed for fucking Ross. Please stop. We just want to talk.
What are you megaphone at?
Is that you in the bike, Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching, innit? It's Hutch.
Yeah, I know, it's...
You don't want to speak to me.
Uh-oh, he's gone deaf. Full mute.
Please pull over. We just want to speak to you. Stop being a fucking two-wheeled penis. Come on.
What's up with fucking Hutch, mate?
This is wank chat. I hate it when people do shit.
Yeah, I'll
like
watch
this.
2 of them, innit?
Right, Martin.
Hello.
Talk to me.
Talk to you.
Pull over.
What do you need me to talk to you about?
We're gonna write a checklist